Or we are live. Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me? And how's my audio? Is there any clipping? Is it too low, loud, etc.? Alright, we have 8 people in the stream. And let me just check out this is here. I'll play unmute there. Hear me? Okay, it should be good. Okay, it should be good. It should be an epic stream. Here was a bit of an emergency stream because my guest bailed out last second. And then I had to just get a backup stream. Audio's good. Rotary Motion, let's go. Alright, it's Rotary Motion's house. Paul Elvis is back. Alright, let's go in. WTC, Josh says hello, hello. Alright, sounds good. Audio's good. And yeah, we'll see how long it goes in. And yeah, so now I'm going to do 3 hours. I'm going to try to cap it at 3 hours. So we'll try to power through that. Alright, Attila RSA's in the house. Let's go. Alright, guys, we have a jam-packed show. Okay, Jeremy Bartles is like, I can't hear you. Take your shirt off. See if that helps. Okay, possibly I'll do that. Nabila Anas Yahana's in the house. Let's go. All right, and okay, so we have a bunch of people in the stream. We have 9 people, but they're pretty active, so that's pretty good. Keep posting stuff here. All right. Yeah, so I was supposed to do a stream with Joe Lancaster, the guy who made the MH370 videos. But then he had to bail out last second. He said his friend was in a hospital and he has to take care of that person's dogs or something. And also, yeah, so he actually messaged me yesterday saying he was interested in the stream. And then I said, can you do it today or next week? And he says either. So I'm like, let's just do it today. And then he bailed out. But anyways, we'll get to that after. And also, he fell down apparently from a scooter and like broke his arm. So that was pretty brutal. So, yeah, but yeah, he's down to do I think next week. I message him now, because he's about to wake up, because it's different times in Australia. But next week, most likely he'll be there, and then he'll do replicating the MH370 teleportation videos live on air. Alright, anyways, guys. Okay, as always here, I'll put the link to the links right here. And let's try to power through. And, yeah, some morning. Okay, Nabila, morning is afternoon right here. Where are you from, Nabila? Is that because right now it's 1 p.m. Okay, let's see where. And I just want to check out if this is working. MH370 stream had to be rescheduled. Yeah, for next week. This stream right now is a crop circles one. So the guy messaged me literally in the morning. Well, for his time, he messaged me like, when I was asleep. Yeah, so MH370 had to be rescheduled to next week. And you can see some messages right here. I wrecked on an electric scooter and was almost severely injured, but I almost managed to tuck and roll. Interesting. Yeah, so you can see this is the Joe's setup right here. Joe, he said, yes, very sorry about the pull-out. My friend has to go to hospital, and there's a ton of stuff to organize with the dogs, etc. And also, so he also fell from a scooter. He sent me a photo of his X-ray. I think, where's the X-ray? Yeah, this one right here. You see, I had to do stitches and put some metal in his, I think that's his elbow, yeah. And it's like completely shattered. All right, and he fell from a scooter. And what's interesting is, yeah, so at the scooter, you see the doctor said that there's like 10% of the ER of the trauma is all just scooters. And my brother, who actually works in the ER, he works in the ICU unit, the emergency care unit, and he's a respiratory therapist here in Vancouver. And he says that there's a ton of electric scooter accidents, and then like almost all of them have like spine damage, spine injuries. All right. Nabila says, still restricted at Malaya, aka Malaysian Airlines, is 5 a.m. Interesting. Oh my gosh, Josh. Oh my gosh, that X-ray. Yeah, that X-ray is brutal. His arm's destroyed, but he can still use the computer. So, yeah. So at least he'll be good to do that. Anyways, let's just power through, guys. I wanna have less. Oh, actually, I gotta set this back up. Okay, I needed to quickly make a. So what I'm doing quickly is video archive. Okay, so I got the video archive. I'm gonna go right here. So I have all the. So Richard Hall, he made his videos available for a short while. So I'm gonna go share. I'm just gonna make this so you guys can download his entire library. Okay, he'll do that. I'll do that later. But anyways, that'll be once it's live, because I just was doing it in the background. All right. So what I'm gonna do now is let's just get forward. Okay. Attila says, I'm assuming you vetted this guy. He was kind of shady last time he was here. Yeah, he's pretty shady. No, he's not shady. I think he's a real deal. I called him before. Well, we had to talk before that stream. But I'm very confident he knows what he's talking about, just because he was able to describe literally the he was able to describe step by step, second by second each of the videos, and I'm like, that's very hard to do on the fly. It's like it's like unless somehow he studied it, and to the point where as if he can like discuss it, like he like recreated it or so on. But anyways, it was very, to me it's pretty obvious, for judging from my people skills. I'm pretty sure he made it. But yeah, but nonetheless, he's not the kind of guy that has like stuff that he can show other people that don't know him. So if you don't know him, yeah, it's gonna look shady. But if you understand how it is, and you can trust people, like if you can judge their character, yeah. So again, he's on the show. He's pretty much the real deal. And what was the biggest giveaway was Ashton Forbes joined the stream. Like Ashton Forbes joined the stream to mock us. That was absolutely wild. Anyways, guys, let's power through. We have 6 minutes in. Okay, I'll read the thingy right here. So MES Livestream 78 crop circles emergency deep dive. Yeah, so my MH370 stream had to be rescheduled, so I'm diving back into crop circles to explore the advanced technology used in genuine formations, and the people behind the many hoax formations. And the people behind them, I'm gonna dive into that because I already went over how crop circles are made, etc. From the advanced tech side on the Wednesday stream. All right, so good afternoon. Which videos was he explaining step by step? That's the MH370 videos. The MH, when I was talking to him, it's like he knew each of the parts. Anyways, the MH370 teleportation videos. We've done this before. Paul, we'll get to that. You can see the trailer. The trailer is a bunch of evidence of saying the videos are fake. All right. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we got some epic messages. Okay, so anyways, let's just dive right in, guys. So, and I also made a crop circles playlist right here. Yeah, so go to the thumbnail. Thumbnail's pretty wild. So this thumbnail, this one is, so this one, I believe it's a genuine one based on Richard Hall's documentary. And this one here is the circle makers. These are ones that was like pretty much funded by the intelligence agencies to make a whole bunch of fake ones so that people don't know which one's real, which one's fake. Anyways, and the guys that made it, the guys like, his name is John, forgot his name, but anyways, if you can see, the company name or whatever is circlemakers.org. But then if you look at this MIS chip there, it kind of looks like a 5, so MI5. and this guy's also connected to MI5. And the first team they made for hoaxing crop circles, they called it Team Satan. And he's also doing this Illuminati hand sign. Like, what's going on here? And there's the MI5 logo there. And yeah, so we'll go over that as well. And so on. So let's go over some quickly some housekeeping. So we went over that. Anyways, guys, MES links, fund the operation. All we need is Paul Loveless. Loveness is all we need. That is true. Okay, we need Paul Love more, not love less, guys. Loveness. Okay, and I just want to check if the Rumble's working. I thought I had the. I thought I popped this one up. Okay, so. Okay, there is the chat. Okay, it's behind it. Okay, so this is the Rumble one. Okay, there's MES links, guys. Go to MES links. I put everything in there, and I have the crop circles playlist. And so on, and also I think this is working. I'm just gonna double check quickly. Rumble's working. Okay, Ben says nice one, MES. I appreciate your work. Please keep it up. Yeah, thanks, Ben. All day. Okay. So again, guys, fund the operation. It makes it easier, easier to keep going. Loveness. Okay, this is working. Okay, I'll close this. See, this is working. I have the chats opened. Okay, Ben says nice one, MES. And BitChute, I don't have BitChute anymore. It doesn't. You can't schedule streams anymore, which is weird. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna close some stuff here, and yeah, we'll close some stuff. Go to the MES links quickly. Yeah, so I put a crop circles set up here. If you can search up crop, I put in the conspiracy side. There's crop circles playlist, and so far it's 3 videos in here. Okay, Watkins, thank you. Let's go. Yeah, so 4 videos, including this one here. So put this stream in there. This one, if you haven't seen it, definitely watch the Hidden Truth one by Richard Hall way back in 2010. He's way ahead of the game, like too far ahead of the game. Now the government's after him. All right, so then the other one is MES up from the donate. Guys, donate, become super fan, and so on. All links are there. It makes it easier to keep going because it's it takes a lot of time and effort. Okay, genuine as in man-made orbs or ETs. Genuine as in non like physical planking. Advanced tech used. That's what I mean by genuine. Again, the ET stuff, that's you can make up your own opinion on that. I believe it's just advanced tech, humans with advanced tech. So in other words, yeah, it was done with machine as opposed to just like some guy in a plank and pushing it down. It's done with basically directed energy weapons. I was addressing Matthew. Okay. Okay, Watkins. Okay, Jeremy. Yeah. Jeremy's Jeremy's sarcastic on another level. Okay, Mabs. Hello from Norway. Chill weekend so far. Okay, let's go. Okay, Mabs superfan guys. We have 2 superfans. Oh, Timothy Sullivan's in the house. Let's go. I think Timothy Sullivan wants to do a Malcolm Nance deep dive, possibly. Okay. Anyways, guys. So let's go to the next setup right here. All right. So housekeeping. So I made a trailers playlist. You can go see that. And so Tim Crawford from UFO TV may join the show a Saturday. I'm not sure which one. Maybe in a week or two. But not next week. Yes, maybe in several weeks. But I'll be calling him as again after the stream just to see if I can get licensing for uploading the video there. The clips that I discussed on Wednesday. Anyways, and also MH370 Joe stream rescheduled to next week, and so I updated the thingy here. Yeah, non-human intelligence power to create or destroy. All right, yeah, it's all good. Anyways, so I put it here. It is new stream link is the current one. This one is scheduled for next week now, and you can see the trailer here if you want to get dive into it. Basically, a bunch of this is just fakery. Okay, and next setup is Brock. Yeah, okay, so that was that. Okay, Project Bluebeam heating up. Okay, this is supposed to be in later setup here. Okay, so we're done that housekeeping. I'm gonna go over some quick random topics, the polls, and then go straight into the topic. Anyway, guys. Anyways, today was a bit of a wild one because I was expecting to do MH370 and then I had to switch gears rapidly in the morning. Alright guys, so poll results covering one eye and hidden eye are the top Freemasonic hand signs. We'll go over to here, and I posted this right here. Okay, where is the poll? Yeah, so the results are in, guys. So when I did the MES poll, what is your favorite Freemasonic hand sign? Covering one eye and hidden hand are tied for first. So it's this one here, and the other one where you're like hiding in like the I think Napoleon Bonaparte had it too, and basically everybody does that, even the Communist Manifesto guy, and pretty much everything. So yeah, so that's the so the hidden hand and covering one eye, and then I voted for Trump's pyramid hand sign. That's pretty wild. Okay, okay, hey Paul, how are you? Okay, so we have okay, maybe are you human? Got your pedigree papers to prove you're human at DMV since you can't remember how you got here. Okay, Ben says you're a legend for discussing Judy Wood and Richard D. Hall. Yeah, epic, and also it's Woods with it's Wood. It's a lot of the disinfo guys put S at the end, so just FYI. So we'll get to that. Anyways, but yeah. So definitely, Richard Hall's the one that got me that first made me aware of Dr. Judy Wood. So Richard Hall is the man. And also one thing about Richard Hall is so I asked him to join Livestream. He hasn't responded, but he's obviously busy with his own things. But I noticed on his website, he added a live stream section. So he's going to be doing live streams eventually. Holy, so he might be doing live streams, so guys. So Richard Hall might be doing live streams, so keep an eye out for that. All right, guys, next setup. Okay, so we did that. Now I have a new poll, guys. The poll is, so how many hours should I cap my MES live streams at? So I voted 3. So far, there's no limit, and 3 are tied. Interesting. Okay, guys, you can go vote here and vote for what you guys think is best. But 3 hours, I think 3 hours is probably best because it gets my brain. It gives me some time to rest and also forces me to get on stage. I mean, keep on focus. All right. So, anyways, you guys go vote. How many hours? Few voted 2 hours. Some said no. Yeah, 3. But the Wednesday ones is 2 hours just because it fits on my schedule. Yeah, I saw that in Rich Plan. Okay, epic. Okay, Norway is the most depressive country to live in. Whole government only cares about offshore politics. Price is rising. My father. Wow. 2-3 is massive coverage. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go. So, anyways, go vote on that thingy, and we'll see how it goes. But 3 hours, pretty good. All right. What's next here? So these are the random topics. We'll go over the random ones in a bit. But first, I'm gonna go over straight up into the crop circles. We did 50 minutes in. So let's go in here. So if you haven't seen it, crop circle documentary right here.
Which also could push the crop in the direction.
And we'll go over
beam motion.
We'll go over some of the stuff that was brought up in here, but also another pro tip I did in here. So In this documentary, so Richard Hall included some music right here. Okay, Maps says we need more viewers in this. I will show your shit on Reddit. 25 is mad. Yeah, mad low. That is true, and it's also all gets censored and whatnot. But if I get anything higher on like Rumble and them, I'll use that as a main one. But it's still not. I think the R word is censored here. The R word. Oh, Reddit is censored. Thanks for talking about Rich Pond. Yeah, Rich Pond is the man. I've seen like I've seen like all of his videos up until like 2023. When I first woke up, I just watched all his videos. It was the best of the best. Anyways, so but one thing is so the music he included was copyrighted. It was his musical Mystery Life. So what I did was again, here's a pro tip. So if you so this song is completely AI generated. Well, semi completely. Okay, so you hear that. So you hear that audio, but then if you go to the original one, here's the full link or original documentary right here. The audio is actually different. Let's play the original. Listen to the audio. If you have a good ear, you can hear it. Okay, so it's not. It sometimes doesn't load. Like I don't because I think he's like running his own server or something. Which is just brutal. Okay, so anyways, so that's I'm gonna go. So otherwise, I have to go like here on YouTube. Crop circles, the hidden truth. Okay, so you go here. So if you go here, so this is the original one. 9 years ago. It was actually worse quality than... Okay, anyways. Let's see the audio.
Ask people in the pub.
Oh, there's different audio. Okay, interesting. Does he have him at least dancing? Oh, interesting. Even these guys removed the audio. Okay, so they removed the audio to avoid copyright strike. Oh, no, actually, no, they use a different audio one. But anyways, they have some weird copyright stuff in here, but I do not understand why it does not play. I'm going to go on my video here. Okay, so here's the original one with copyright on my own thing. Here's the original. Yeah, so mysterious. Okay, anyways, I don't want to play too much to get copyright strike. So what I did was I used this Crop Circles AI music generator. So I got the lyrics and I just literally threw it in there and it made. So here's the lyrics I put in there, and then you could even update it and then it makes my own thing. I said make a dance song, and then this is all fully AI generated.
Just one for a time. Don't stay thinking to
anyway. So this is all AI generated just to avoid the copyright, and then I changed it up, and you can see Richard Hall dancing in the background to that music.
choose one direction, just one for a time. Don't stay thinking too much if you see what's behind. And these are mysterious.
Okay, Mr. David Rockefeller, yeah, need to shift focus on him and other occult psychopathics. Yeah, well, again, they're pretty much like notorious, like, but the thing is, to normies, like, how do normies, you gotta tell them, advanced tech, free energy, now do something about it, because your whole life is meaningless otherwise. So, and then again, my view is, advanced tech is the name of the game. And because that's what got me motivated. Advanced tech changes the game because it doesn't matter who did it or what did what. It's darkest government, Black Ops. This is the sound of the early 1990s club scene in UK. Okay, anyways, yeah, so that was epic. Okay, we'll play some of this stuff. We'll see what's in the highlights in there, and then yeah, it's pretty epic stuff here. So I'm gonna go here. Okay, and yeah, so what's interesting is this, a lot of these are from Wiltshire, and oh, okay, this is the quality of this one is so bad on this guy's video 9 years ago. Okay, I'm gonna go here. Okay.
Well,
Yes.
Wiltshire and Hampshire second, I think,
Yes.
in terms of numbers.
But Wiltshire mainly.
Yeah.
Okay, so Wiltshire and Hampshire second, but Wiltshire, if you're around there, get your camera out and record some UFOs and so on. Okay, Methyl Miners in the house. Let's go, Meth. Yeah, so Meth, the Wednesday stream was going over that documentary you posted, and so again, I talked to UFO TV guy. He doesn't want those uploaded anywhere, but I didn't mention your channel, so But anyways, so I'm trying to get licensed to upload 2 clips from it. He might be able to upload 2 clips. Okay, I'm gonna play this.
And I think it could have something to do with the ley line system, which seems to be concentrated very much in the Wiltshire area, with Stonehenge and particularly Avebury and the area around the Vale of Pewsey.
The long barrows, the stone circles, as Robert says, Avebury,
Yeah.
and that men have erected Silbury Hill, of course, is still a mystery why Silbury Hill was there, is a link with our past, and maybe that's what they're trying to say. We are linked to your past.
The people who built Avebury, for instance, built it there because they were well aware of the energy, and I'm quite sure they used that energy for various purposes, possibly healing.
And am I right in thinking that the complexity has increased?
Okay, yeah. What I want to show first is that Wiltshire one. Okay, so these ones, there's a limit on YouTube, the timestamps, or just the text. So I put the full timestamps. I mean, over here with including links and so on. So I want to compare where Wiltshire is, and then where Stonehenge is, which is interesting. So Wiltshire is the place where most of the crop circles, according to those guys from 2010, says are. And I'm gonna go Wiltshire maps. Go to maps and see what these are. Okay, Wiltshire, England, I think. Okay, this is yeah, and Stonehenge is in Wiltshire. Okay, interesting. Okay, so this is Wiltshire in London, or in near London in England. So there's Wiltshire, and the Stonehenge is inside it. So I'm gonna go directions. See how far away is it from Stonehenge, because Stonehenge is obviously a big occult mumbo jumbo. Stonehenge. Oh, it's in Salisbury. Okay, so literally 13-minute drive from Stonehenge and Wiltshire, where the most of the stuff is going on. Okay, so that is a very interesting stuff. So Stonehenge, we got this at Wiltshire. Most of the crop circles, are the real ones, are there. Same foaming bottom of Twin Towers and the cars. Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, and let's see, the anomaly surrounding the United Airlines 93 crash, saying trees foaming or fuming. Yeah, fuming, F-U-M-I-ing. Foaming is kind of like frothing up, like soap, but it's fuming. It's like it's smoke like, but it's when there's no fire. Yeah, trees fuming hundreds of meters away. Yeah, definitely. And also Mab says, whenever I mention to my mother, I don't even get to complete my sentence before she screams conspiracy theories. Sad to see how they programmed. She's since the 70s. Yeah. So that's another thing. What I realized is who runs the world. It's not just world rulers, not just the Rockefeller, those peeps. It's also the average person giving up his thoughts and rights to other people. So it's like a lot of people don't want any responsibility. Hence, the world. Hence they're not really. So the ones running the world is only half of it, because it's like everyone just goes along with anything they say. So hence there is not really a. So there's a ruler and ruled mentality that's like engraved in human beings. All right. Anyways, going for so Wiltshire. Yeah. So I didn't realize that Stonehenge is literally right next to Wiltshire. I think it is in Wiltshire. See what Stonehenge wiki says. Yeah, so it is in Wiltshire. Okay, so Wiltshire, you go near Stonehenge, any of the farms are there, and then look for some crop circles, guys. And it's usually during crop season, so around April to August, etc. Okay, the next part is ley line. Okay, ley line is basically I think stuff happens in the same order there. Are straight alignments drawn between various historic structures, pure historic sites, and prominent landmarks, and so on. Interesting. Okay, so people building upon these straight lines. Okay, go to the next part, and I'm just gonna power through until we find something. The next part. Okay, this one here is 1990. This is in Wiltshire.
Shapes
And is that predominantly in the UK then, or?
MES needs to watch Secrets in Plain Sight. Possibly. Which one is that? Secrets in Plain Sight. I may have seen something like that. Okay, what I want to go through is some of the technical stuff here that he looked at.
Which reminded me of a bit of a trek on foot to get to them. You want it to be the bee's knees. Yeah, you don't want to be disappointed. You know?
We didn't want.
Yeah, so he was saying that. As the 90s, once people realized the crop circles are like it's looking magical about it, and then there's a bunch of fake ones being made. And then that are increasingly complex, and then a lot of people get confused. Even they were misled initially. They're like, These ones look real. Okay, so anyways, but I want to see some of the how you can tell they're fake and how you can tell they're real. So the real ones are like almost pristine, like literally no effects.
Either it's very.
Okay, we'll go secrets in plain sight. I just want to have a look here. But again, if you want stuff to send me, post if you can post a link here. Post a link inside the comments of this one here. So just so it's all in one place. So post link in here in the comments on Telegram if you have Telegram, just so I don't need to get off topic too much. Because let's say secrets in plain sight. We'll go with that later. Have you heard of Woodhenge? Okay, Stonehenge. Okay, so no, I've not heard of or Woodhenge. Okay, that's pretty wild. Okay, turn on all messages in chat filter. Yeah, I think you have to go live chat. I think it should be. There's no moderation activity. So it should be all live. I don't know what's going on. YouTube is just YouTube. All right. Okay, so anyways, a lot of comments going on. 28 people. Anyways, power through. There's a 9/11 Crop Circles collaboration with AJ and Richard Hall. Yeah, I've seen those. I've seen a little like 7 years ago. I forgot more. I forgot so much that I've seen. Anyways.
Very, very flat, or it looks a mess.
Yes, I mean, the genuine crop circle is almost perfect. Yeah. The lay flows like water flowing down a stream bed, Okay. The man-made ones, because they are mechanically stomped, for the most part.
In a half sort of pace, you get sort of bunching or layering of the seed heads.
Yeah.
This is the implement, which was confiscated from Hoax's Madison.
And these are done using a plank of wood attached to some rope, which somebody will basically stomp out.
Stomping board, yeah.
That's right. But the genuine ones are so fluid. Mm-hmm. There are no mistakes. There are no.
All right. Paul Levels says, MES user Ben in the chat lives near this field in the video. Interesting. Yeah. So yeah, go check it out. Go get your Geiger counter. Get your camera out. And so on, and try to film it, and not until you see something, because your camera might turn off by that time. Okay, yeah, but yeah, go near that, and again, these crop circles, and what's interesting about these is that this evidence isn't there forever, because once the crop gets harvested, the displays are pretty much gone. They might still have some remnants for a few weeks or so on. But then each year they're gone, so it's like almost a perfect cover up. Like nature covers up this tech right away, because it's like if this was 10 years ago, you're not gonna be able to see this anymore because they harvest it and it's gone. So you always have to spot the newest one. So this is like so whoever's doing this, they were thinking it through.
Acute changes of direction.
And what about?
So basically, saying the man-made ones are pretty much they're rough, they're pretty much flat. And so on, and a lot of random patches missing and so on.
Any other clues within the crop itself of boarding?
Yes, well, the board impacts the stems and damages the stems. So that's something you have to really get down hands and knees job to look closely. And they're not easy to see unless you know what you're looking for.
We've just come in the fall.
Yeah, so Mabs, Methman was asking if you've seen the footage of the live one. Yeah, I've showed that one, the orbs being made. I showed that on Wednesday. And this guy, do you think crop circles connected to directed energy weapons? Yep, definitely. DEW is the name of the game. It's like once you have that tech, you can do anything. You can even fake alien contact and so on. What about those reported in like 1800s? Yeah, so that's something else we could look into it. But yeah, I think a lot of these could be advanced tech. Or at least some of them. What with tech getting more and more advanced as time goes on. Rough ones could just be a landing plane spot. Interesting. The circles I made with herbs, I heard that new crops wouldn't grow there. I think it depends. Some of them, but we'll see.
Formation, and disappointing immediately to find physical evidence of mechanical damage. And the lay is very unimpressive, very flat, and there's board marks all over the place, which is a terrible disappointment in view of our high hopes of moments ago. And down here, just as an area in one of the spiral paths near the centre, and you can see board mark, there, and there, and there.
you can miss them, as we have done in the past, I guess.
Yes.
So the leading edge of the board, as it strikes the stem, is causing an injury to the stems and causes lines of creases. So if it's like a 3-foot board, you'll find rows of stems more or less lined up. And when you turn the stem over, that doesn't occur on the opposite side.
Well, if we...
So, Mab says, while we do our research on classified tech, aka tech stolen from Nikola Tesla, let's not forget about Epstein and Pizzagate. Yeah, definitely. Never forget. But again, you guys can also do your own thing that you want to focus on, and then anything if you prepare specific videos or info, you can send it to me. I'll go over them. But again, my efforts, I want to focus more on the advanced tech because that's where my brain is. But also, I do. If you see my Telegram, I post a lot of stuff, Epstein stuff, Pizzagate stuff, just all over the place. But yeah. Okay, and then also, Paul Elvis says, has anyone seen the videos comparing Yahweh, the Old Testament God, to a fire-breathing dragon? Very interesting. Okay, all right, let's go.
Walk into this small circle and come over here.
What I want to do first, this first part, I just want to look at how the fake ones are made, and just to see that there's a big difference, a really big difference.
I have a feeling that I found the board marks fairly easily this time. Oops, a daisy. And here we are. If we come down here, we can see that we have a board mark. And if we come over here, we have another.
Yeah, so anyways, there's board marks, and some of them, because it has like this layer above it, the board marks are hard to see until like hours later, once there's a reaction that shows it's white. And it shows, I think it discussed this. Just want to go past these fake ones. The fake ones are pretty obvious.
There's another.
Okay, anyways, you can see these board marks. You got to look at them very closely. You can see how it bends right at that spot there.
As it's gone down.
That's right.
So you can see where it was stomped and so on. And there's more of that. Okay, and I think he has a video of it. Oh yeah, this one right here.
If any of these marks appeared, which they did appear. To prove this ourselves, having knocked it down, we go in to check to see how long and see if any of these marks appeared, which they did. It took about nearly 20 hours, I think.
Possibly, but it depends on the maturity of the crop.
Yeah.
If it's early in the season and there's plenty of sap going up through the green stems, then they're as easy as pie to spot.
Okay.
But later in the season, as the moisture comes out of the stems and they start to go that straw colour, then they're very difficult, and you simply have to get down on your hands and knees and check.
Okay, and how many years have you gone back actually recording these board marks then?
Since 2000, 2001.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So of the formations that you've actually examined, down on your hands and knees.
Okay, so so anyways, you can see the board marks and other stuff like that, but let's go to the real ones. So this one's a real one, and he says that the flower heads aren't undamaged, and they're perfectly spread out. So here's one.
The flower heads.
Yeah, so here the flower heads, they're not stomped on, and these ones just like these are, it's like a bit bent. It doesn't. I don't think it's like fully to the ground, so it's like still above ground level, and it's like all perfectly there. So in other words, there's no stomping on any of these heads there.
Which are one of the first things to get damaged when you try to stomp oilseed rape, are perfect. They're undamaged. They're evenly spread throughout the laid crop, just as they are in the standing crop. That simply is impossible to recreate with a stomping board. So therefore, I am certain that small formation was genuine.
Okay, right. What about the Ogbourne St. George formation? Because that's another one that you believe that is a non-man-made.
Absolutely. Certainly genuine formation. I mean, the main thing about that was the way the crop had been laid. It wasn't flat to the ground. It was laid it was green, like the grooves of a record, wasn't it, Dave? So the top bit of lay was probably only a few inches below the general level of the crop in the field.
To illustrate what Robert means by the grooves of a record, we can zoom into the circle in question. The arrow here shows where the photograph to the right was taken. From ground level we can see the disturbance has occurred just a few inches from the top of the crop, but this has a significant visual effect when viewed from above. Ask yourself, what could create this kind of effect? Certainly not a plank of wood.
Yeah, this one's amazing. So it's like, it's literally it's like a tiny bit, a few inches off the top level. So it's like, imagine you bent only the top part, like that much, and nothing else. So and again, there's nobody walking through this. Like, how do you? Yeah, there's not even. Yeah, you can't even walk through this. So again, this is a genuine one.
What could create this kind of effect?
Yeah, so that was epic. There. What else does he have? Yeah, and again, you can see it. There's literally nothing here. So it's like, how are you? There's no step. There's no footmarks. There's no stopping down.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So anyways, yeah, Paul was gang stalked. Interesting. All right, let's go. All right, that's fascinating. Okay, and now here's the stems that also basically the stem areas is the place that is like the strongest one, so it shouldn't be bent there. Or I mean the nodes. What should be bent is between the nodes, not at the nodes, and they also burst out and so on.
In the genuine formations, heat from some energy is brought to bear on the crop, which heats the moisture in the stems. Now, as there's more moisture in the nodal joint of the stem, it acts like a pressure cooker, and eventually it will turn to steam inside the node, and it has to go somewhere, so it will explode a hole through the side of the nodal joint.
I mean, the node provides the structural strength to hold the stem vertical to take the weight of the developing seed head to stop it toppling over. So that's the strongest part of the stem is the nose. That's why they space 5 or 6 up from the root. So that's softened to partly bend it at the node and produce the blown node as well because of the pressure built in, like a pressure.
Yeah, and these are the nodes that's bent at it. Basically, the strongest part of the stem. It's at the nodes, and those are the ones bent. And here's a testimony of a actual botanist.
Quite simply, if you went to bend a stem of wheat, it would bend on the stem between the nodes.
Yes, the straight portion.
It certainly wouldn't bend at the node.
And I took some specimens to a botanist at Manchester University, a fellow called Dr. Roland Enos, and he had a program going, funded by industry, the farming industry, or the Ministry of Ag, as it was, to test. And they were looking at lodging, which is a term used when the weather knocks crop down, which caused a lot of wastage to the farmer. And he couldn't understand how on earth they could be bent at the node other than phototropism, as Robert just mentioned, as a natural force going to the light, horizontal and down.
So you think it's two different effects. One is that something is heating the water up inside the node
to soften the plant, yes.
And then another effect, which is mechanical or results in a mechanical effect of forcing the crop down in a particular direction.
Exactly.
Another researcher who
Yeah, this one here, I might upload his full documentary, or a full interview with him. This one here, and they describe it better in his other video, but basically there's a spiral pattern right here that he looked at and said that it was like a literally perfect one, again, not man-made, wasn't just some random stomping. There's no stomp marks anywhere. And he was arguing that it was made strictly from like like a scanning mechanism where it pushes outwards and laterally. So basically, if you see the spiral right here, he has a little clip right here, and also used AI music to avoid copyright. I just want to go show what it shows right here. And basically, he was saying that it was going outward at a fixed velocity and rotating at a different velocity. And also, Map says he wanted me to watch something as well. Want MES to watch it? Are you talking about that secrets thing? Just again, send me links in the Telegram under this one. Okay, go to 1 hour. Oh, secrets in plain sight. I think I have seen this whole thing. Yeah, I have seen it. It's pretty epic. I actually have seen it. I included stuff in this in my anti-gravity video. Yeah, no, I've seen it. It's pretty epic. I've seen the whole thing. Let's see, go to for Stonehenge, but it's all good. Okay, 1 hour for Stonehenge. We'll get to that. And what I'll also do is for later, I'm just gonna copy this, go to InLeo, and summarize it. Yeah, I've seen the whole thing a while ago, years ago. Let's go here. Yeah, I included some clips from it in my anti-gravity video. I'll show that in a bit. I just want to finish on this part right here. So anyways, because what's interesting is, so he has a little device here just to illustrate what he meant.
Outwards again in a straight line. But as this is happening, the whole assembly is rotating steadily in one direction or the other. It could be clockwise or anti-clockwise. So that the path travelled by the brush is a spiral path, a curved path. Now I'm going to try to demonstrate how the circle is produced in this way.
Yeah, but anyways, you get the idea there. Just to push it out, and this is a simple demonstration is showing that. And what's also interesting is these formations. Sometimes you'll see stuff like this, like little tiny ones next to the bigger image. Go back, yeah. So you see something like this, almost like they were testing it out before they do the full image, and you can see that in here. I think I'll go to the. Okay, I'm gonna go right here, hidden peaked. Hidden truth. So what I did was I put every photo from the documentary in here, and I also put the ones that they said that was fake and the ones that said is real, separate. Yeah. So if you go like here, you'll see. Okay. Yeah, the real ones have a little. They usually have like a small circular patch, just as if they're like testing out, and it's seen in some of them. It's pretty obvious. Like where's the other one? Okay, these are the man-made ones. You can see the man-made, just typical stuff there. And okay, the genuine ones. The one I wanted to show was this one right here. Yeah, so this one has a little spiral there. It kind of looks like they were testing it out, and then they would go full on here. And but anyways, going back. Have you seen Rick Clay decoding 911? Okay, there's a lot of stuff. Maybe, I'm not sure. Possibly not. Anyways. And then, so this is a simple demonstration here, but what he also shows is, if I can get this on a bit more, because if I can just get the exact crop circle that he was trying to replicate from this, because it looks like pretty much a irrefutable mathematical proof that crop circles are made by a specific like scanning mechanism. Because if you look at I think these were some of the drawings of how it looks like. But then if you break it down into that same mechanism he has, he showed that you'll have the first segment right here is pushed out and spiral, and then it goes backwards here, and then at the same time for the next one, the center of where this pushing out is occurring is actually shifting in a circle. So in other words, the center of the spiral pushing, like this is the first one, this is at 1, at 2 is over here. So in other words, it's not only moving, but then at the same time you have the center of that spiral, the virtual center, actually rotating, moving around. So to him, this was an irrefutable proof that this was done with a machine, like some sort of advanced machine.
By that unevenly segmented annulus. Well, suddenly the penny dropped, as they say. The flattening had begun at position 1 with the progressive clockwise flattening. This had continued until a 72-degree segment had been covered. At that point in the proceedings, the beam had then flipped backwards through 144 degrees to commence clockwise flattening in the direction as before. However, while the clockwise flattening had been occurring, the virtual center of the disturbance had moved from 1 to 2.
Yeah, so yeah, basically moves around there, and then each time it goes back on to 3. This goes on another circle there. So, and then as it goes to the 4th one, it goes over here, and then the 5th one from here, the virtual center is here. So, yeah, so this is to me pretty much irrefutable. If I just get the this kind of stuff deserves its own video with the actual crop circle, with videos, and as opposed to just an image there and him pointing it out. Because this is pretty wild. Like, this deserves a Math Easy Solutions. So if I get in contact with him. Did you find out what that object was, the one moving on top of the building? No, I did not find it. If you guys can find it as well. So again, you have to think about my stream as kind of like a lift-off for you guys. So I'll for example, that mystery object, because I'm not going to be focusing strictly on it every day of all time of every day. So you guys do that afterwards. Okay, gotta download it anyways. Okay. So take what you guys get from my streams and then and videos, and then take it to another level. And I think was it this one here, or is a different one here?
Which didn't damage.
No, this is a different one. Anyways, and then this is another one out right here. Oh yeah, so this guy's a witness right here. So with the one witnessing the giant tube in the sky, and then the grit and material around it is spiraling, and there's also this was see-through.
This.
Okay, Eric said, Red, so you probably covered a mowing devil in earlier investigation. Well, it's included in this part here. I put a link to the mowing devil here, mowing devil. You could see that here. I haven't looked at it too much, but anyways. This is the mowing devil, 1678. Again, a bunch of Satanists doing some satanic stuff. He says, MES, he listed the 72 degrees information. You catch the other angle. I'm not sure, but it might be 72 as well, or whatnot. Okay, black tube one. Okay, this is black tube one, but it gets wilder. It's not just black tube. The orbs also have these tubes.
This event that occurred the year before.
It was overcast, no sunshine, sort of a dull-ish sort of day. It's this field here. It was in winter barley at the time. It's a cornfield most of the time. And looking across diagonally, looking at the wood behind, it was to the left, about halfway along the wood line that you can probably see on the film. The first one, where I stood in the field nearby. And then, when that died away, the second one appeared nearer the tree, over near the woods, in the far distance. And suddenly, in front of me was a tube running up about 1,000 feet. Oh, well, I'm not a good judge, but I would say 1,000 feet plus, or coming down out of sight.
Okay, I'm gonna go watch them all. I'll keep playing the video. I've seen it already, but then yeah, I'm just gonna go watch them. I'll be back, and we'll continue from there.
Onto the ground. This was not very many yards away from me. But the important point about it that struck me with it was the circular motion of the ashes in the grit on the ground. It didn't appear to be being sucked up the tube. It was just rotating at high speed on the ground, about 2 feet wide, 2 feet 6 perhaps on the ground. And the tube was vertical and perpendicular, and it didn't grow at the top or anything. And that was unusual. That was one of the unusual things about it. And this went on for several minutes, and then this died away, and then another one appeared about 200 yards from me then, in the other corner of the field. And this was a similar situation, again, lasting about the same time. I've worked these fields for 50 years, and I've never seen anything like it before, nothing at all like it. This is a diary of 1990, the year that we saw those tubes we were describing in the field, and just to show you that the entry was made at the time as shown here.
And it occurred to me that he could have witnessed the kind of beam that I'm talking about. That this was the kind of energy that might be used for crop formation. But he was watching it, he was looking at it with the beam unfocused. But perhaps if it had been focused at the bottom like that, it might have actually pushed the crop down, you see, the same kind of energy. And then I went on to conceive that if it could do that, and it was then made divergent at the bottom, that it could lift things up.
And then he also, going for this, he says that it's possibly a high-frequency microwave, microwave, no, it's either microwave frequency or high-frequency gravitational waves. We'll get to that in a bit. And also, Dzerinsky's birthday says, MES only chat that is actually receptive to new information I understand is most so-called truther channels don't want to hear any new info. Yeah, definitely. Most truther channels, I think, are not real truthers. They're just either grifters or paid agents. Because again, it's it's very hard to be a truther when every video gets censored and so on, and like every important video, or it's like, for example, the crop circle ones, it's already steeped in so much disinfo that people don't even want to associate with it. But I'm like, it's the advanced tech we're talking about. All right, going further. So this one here, okay, so you saw this witness testimony. It's not the only witness testimony. There's also several ones right here. I'm gonna go to, this was from his, go to the Roy. So if you go to his channel, you just search a crop circle. The next one is Roy Hutton. So let's see if it plays. The third one doesn't play properly for some reason. So you'll have to go into the video. Okay, I think it still doesn't show it there. But anyways, let's see if it plays. Okay, so it does play. So what I'm gonna, okay, you can't even zoom in. Okay, this is just absolute brutal. Like people have to use your own website and then fix it up. Okay, I'm gonna go to the Hidden Truth, fix it up, Roy Hutton. Okay, so here's all three. I have it downloaded, and I'll be sharing it on Telegram, the link to download all of Richard Hall's videos. You don't believe in the Goblin King? Okay, interesting. Grifters are paid agents. Most of them have very little education in math or science. Yeah, thanks for time. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of weird people. Again, there's a litmus test that I'll show you guys soon. But I want to go hear this guy's video. This was in full interview here, and what's also interesting in part 3, there's a young Stephen Greer, a young Stephen Greer. I think this is before Richard Hall knew that he was a disinfo agent. So again, Richard Hall, I do respect his willingness to research new topics, even if he might be might be a bit hoodwinked by some of the peeps like Stephen Greer, not realizing. Anyways, this is another one that was an oval shape here, but it was at an angle. And it possibly was from a circular path going down. But what I want to look at is some of his drawing. So again, I'm a visual person. I see videos, images. I learned much more than talking. He made the computer programs. He goes over this one. This is the full interview. His part, and there's this guy talking about it. And so again, the thing is, it's not just him. It's several. It's also many witnesses. I'm gonna go right here. For what it is. Okay, this one right here.
Energy. And then I went on to conceive that if it could do that, and it was then made divergent at the bottom, that it could lift things up. The mode he was witnessing was obviously an unfocused mode.
Yeah, and this guy seems to be very like well researched on this. So scan mode is this probably what was unfocused. You could see this, you could see that. They're probably just scanning around it. And then there's a pressure one is if you point down, and he's saying possibly lifting mode is if you have it outwards like that and inwards. Mabs, I'll try to fix this. What are we fixing? Yeah, fix everything. And also, 55,000 subscribers should be 110. 34 viewers should be at least 200. Yeah, but again, it's like that's something I realized. It's like I don't understand the channel. Yeah, but again, yeah, more people should be watching. But again, people watch what they want to watch, and we'll just keep going on and on. And what I also like doing is making it sequential, so people, if they just follow along later, they can easily they can easily go and watch all the previous ones and then get up to speed. Okay, Paul says, I just want to point out how much more of an open dialogue and free discussion we're having in chat without 9/11 resist. But again, 9/11, he has a temper, but again, so me and him both have our opinions on you, Paul. But anyways, so if you want to be on the chat more, just stop talking back at him, and you'll be fine. But again, I respect him for his efforts that he pushes in. So again, so we have our own take on you. I don't mind as long as you don't keep. As long as you you haven't done too much since the time where you kept saying that you believed in real planes and 9/11. Once you stopped doing that, I'm like, alright, it's fine. Alright, next part here. So this was the pressure mode. The next part here. Oh, Gary Jackson. Oh yeah, Gary, let's go. Yeah, I saw that your video yesterday. I shared it. The one of you at the on the news for your promoting Judy Wood's book, and then getting the was trespassing notice. That's epic. I'll play that in a bit. I got a botnet. I get using various social media platforms. Epic stuff. Okay, just don't get my channel blacklisted if you're using the bot. Okay, so going back further. So this is the
something off the ground.
So he's saying if you have it outward like there, and then it could possibly be lifting, and then he's saying maybe that's what these cattle mutilations are using as well.
Cattle has been beamed up into UFOs. So
the only kind of energy I can think of might be microwave or high frequency gravitational radiation, which would have that effect.
Yeah, okay, just replace pen with ultra high pulse K. I'm gonna go more to the images again. Images, I'm an image person. And again, this is similar to if you have a cathode ray tube, just an old TV sets, black and white. All it is literally a coil directing where an electron beam goes. If it goes here and there's a fluorescent coded screen, you can literally make an image just based on this stuff. So, but now, if you have tech that can manipulate matter from a distance, now you have pretty much a cathode ray. Yeah, you'll have a cathode ray, a gravitational wave crop circle maker.
If you think of a black and white television, there's only one dot making making the entire picture, and the dot's either on or off, and it's being scanned across. So if you have scanning something that can affect or not affect, the lay of the crop, then I guess you could build up any picture you like.
Yeah.
Whatever the line scanner is, we don't know what it is.
There's a
Okay, the next part. I'm gonna keep going. Okay, I think this was the this is another witness from two Japanese kids, which is fascinating. Okay.
the next day.
Any picture you like.
Yeah.
Whatever the line scanner is, we don't know what it is.
There's a story that a woman living next to a crop field, in a house next to a crop field, had witnessed one night a thing in the sky, glowing object, that actually projected moving beams of light into the crop.
Okay.
Yeah, did you hear that? Okay, I got distracted by my phone, but if you guys heard that, I'm gonna just mute my phone. Okay, listen to that again. So he said that the kids saw a orbs projecting beams. Let's go back here.
One night, a thing in the sky, glowing object, that actually projected moving beams of light into the crop.
Okay.
Now, the next day, there's a crop circle there.
Okay.
And I think there's a circumstantial link, a very strong one, between the lights in the sky, the beams of light rather, and the formation. Also, there's a Japanese story from two boys in Japan. One little boy was out playing away from, they lived in a village in Japan, and one little boy strayed away from the others and into the grass. And a ball of light came towards him and became a disc of light, I think, and projected a beam into the crop, into the grass, the long grass in front of him, and persuaded the grass to go down in this sort of swirled circle. I think actually it was rings, not swirled circle. But he described...
If they wanted to do a ring, they would just switch off one of the components of the line scanner, wouldn't they? Switch off the...
That's right, the scanner.
And then you would get a ring instead of a circle.
That's right, yeah. So he watched this happen. He was not petrified, but he wasn't able to move while this was happening. And you could hear a kind of faint noise, whoo, 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 or something, while this was going on. And then the thing flew away. Now, he described this beam as a kind of trumpet, or made up of vapor. It was I've forgotten how he described it, but it was that kind of picture he created.
Right.
A trumpet. Now, it would be a trumpet, in my terms, it would be a trumpet with straight edges.
Yeah, a cone.
A cone, yes.
Yeah.
And anyway, he went to ran off to tell his friends, and he brought the friend back to look at it. And while they were both looking at it, this ball of light came back and produced another one for both their benefits.
Okay.
So it's like they're trying to tell us how it happens, and we don't believe it.
No, that was wild. Okay, Mab says if it was done by Dew, I'm pretty sure they would be able to do it without the lights, beams. I think they weren't trying to show the lights. I think that just happens depending on the atmosphere. And that reminds me of this this paper, Dew paper. Nope. No, weather. I think it's weather. Yeah. So this was a 2009 U.S. Air Force paper. And this was on optimizing the effectiveness of directed energy weapons with specialized weather support. And they're basically saying that to maximize the use of directed energy weapons, you need to make sure that the humidity and the basically all of the components in the air and weather and is adequate, so it works properly. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, they probably weren't trying to make those the lights show, but that depending on that specific environment, it might have been just a bit visible because that's why the little kid said it was kind of like vapor. So the humidity might have been just a bit too much or too little or so on for the directed energy weapon to make it a bit visible. It's kind of like lasers. If you have a laser and all of a sudden you throw a bunch of dust in it, you're gonna see some pattern there. So that's kind of what I mean. It's not just if this then that. Okay, look at this graph. Look at this phonograph. Okay, so that was that. And then this one I haven't seen this yet because it wasn't working on his channel. So I downloaded it from that link that I'll be sharing later. So this one I just want to go quickly show young Stephen Greer. So he was in this grift for a long time.
Light up in the clouds, shining down on the clouds, that was making a circular sort of pattern on the cloud tops.
Okay, anyway, so those are Stephen Greer, but this is why 9/11 is the big one, because a lot of these conspiracy topics, you have to trust to some degree witness testimony. So this is witness testimony, but this guy fails at 9/11 litmus test big time. So hence, we cannot trust this guy ever. So you'll need like multiple different angles to confirm if he's saying it right or wrong. So you can't. I used to watch. Okay, Computer Man says I used to watch Greer in the 90s. Yeah. So this was. So it looks like he's getting bigger. He got more and more. I mean, as he got older, he got more and more buff. So I don't know what's going on there. So that's very interesting. So that's that. Okay. So let's see what else we have in here. I think there. I'm not sure if there's more stuff here before we get to the conspiracy stuff there. MI5 stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna power through. We powered through. Okay, and then yeah, these are the man-mades and non-man-made. I do want to play this, and it includes the music that I used AI for. So we'll do the man-made one.
Or the marks in board. The following crop circles have been found by Robert and David to contain board marks and are therefore.
Oh wow! Okay, Mab says I sent your 9/11 research videos to Enter the Stars. He told me he'll do a long video on it. Oh wow, epic! So Enter the Stars. So again, I was suspicious of him, but I did. Gary Jackson actually sent me a link of him, and then he, in your favor, of course. Yeah, he actually said towers return to dust. So again, Enter to the Stars. If he wants to join the stream, you can ask him to join the stream. Ask him to join the MES stream if he wants. So you can invite people on my behalf if you want. Yeah.
All man-made.
So these ones are man-made, and then the other ones are real.
Just one for a time. Don't stay thinking too much if you see what's behind. And these are mysterious die.
The next group are believed to be non-man-made or genuine.
Don't say I'm thinking too much if you see what's behind. And these are mysterious times. The trick of the mind for this moment I feel like we live in mysterious times. Mysterious life. Moving around and sending without the light. Mysterious life. We're counting the hours.
You're not sure about the Galaxy one, are you?
Well, I mean, I am sure about the Galaxy one, the Mill Hill formation from.
Okay, and notice in the background of this music, this one's the original music, the copyright one, and then the other one was the AI one. So listen to this.
You're not sure about.
Notice the switch right here. Once it switches from the AI to the other one in the background, because they were talking, I didn't want to. It wasn't being picked up by copyright, so it was fine. It was only a couple seconds.
You're not sure about the Galaxy one, are you?
Well, I mean, I am sure about the Galaxy one.
Okay, yeah, and yeah. So anyway, so Enter the Stars will be epic if he does a video on MES stuff. And I did. I'll go here. Gary, I think Gary Jackson sent me it. Enter the Stars. See if I can find it. Enter the Stars. Okay, no. Where's the 9/11 one? Okay, this is somewhere in the 9/11. How do I find him? Okay, yeah, okay, this one's right here. No, that's the different one. Watch at least from this. Enter the Stars. Holy cowses, I cannot believe I can't find anything. Okay, that was original. Okay, so it's above here. Watches from 49 to 29 minutes. Okay, there's a story. But there was the, okay, this was to Enter the Stars. So you send a link to this is Enter the Stars.
These buildings.
Yeah, so again, he's talking about all these occult mumbo jumbo, but he does bring up Towers Turn to Dust. Okay, that's a big one, and I think he calls out thermites as nonsense. Let's say, okay, dust. Okay, no, that was a different video. So that was a different one. Okay, I think he mentions it in there somewhere. Anyways, okay, this one, Golden Age. Is this the one, Golden Age?
But nothing.
Okay, this is Enter the Stars. Okay, let's go back here and look at, again, if and Enter the Stars did a video on adrenochrome harvesting as well. The Monsters Inc. one was amazing. I've sent him the link to your stream. He's on like epic stuff. Okay, everything does. Okay, let's play here.
That could have had something to do with it. But nothing explains how everything turned to dust. Nothing explains that. You can have all the thermite in the world. It will sever columns and cause things to fall down. But can it turn everything to dust? No. Can it make molten steel? No.
Again, the molten one it's a liquefied one. It's molten implies heat, so that's the only thing. But anyways, you got the dust part. And Sack says, "How do Matthew?" Okay, let's go. Our only Rumble commenter. All right. He also focused on 9/11 pretty good programming, so he's a real deal. Yeah, but again, 9/11. Jeremy says Blue Bacon has been awfully quiet these days, as opposed to just being awful. Yeah. But again, 9/11 is a big one. Even if someone's a real deal, to my liking, you gotta go 9/11. And now I'm doing an official litmus test. I might actually do a post on that. So I think we're okay. We'll go over. We'll get back to the crop circles in a bit. Let's see what else. I just want to see if there's anything else that we missed on the science side. After this, okay. There's another part here. We'll finish. This is the science part. The fake ones have these little like baskets and these little crochet decorations made, and then people are like astonished. Whoa, how could anyone have made this? I'm like, this is done by hand.
Thing in the last year is to put little nests in, crowns, almost like wedding cake effects, twist the stuff round, do a bit of handwork, and it's done by hand mostly. Yeah. And people are blown away by that and think, whoa, this is something special. Look at all these intricate designs within the design.
The Mayan...
Yeah, and also, yeah, so you're saying basically the fake ones have these kind of decorations done by hand. And another part is, okay, Blue Bacon is the cringiest term for police officer I've ever heard. Yeah. Oh, we have another Rumble chat. Bless up, man, and chat. Let's go. St. David's second Rumble chat. Guys, if you're on a Rumble, you get shoutouts. So another part is, they say that all the Aztec ones are all man-made, and it's all of them. It's usually like this was for the 2012 big event, the Mayan calendar year, whatever. So they would do all these topical stuff, and then go on news conference and tell them and decode them all and so on.
Aztec kind of designs, as far as I'm concerned, they're all man-made. Okay. They're all tapping into this 2012 event.
They cunningly design topical themes and things to do with eclipses, astronomy or whatever's going on in the sky, in the heavens, they pick up on and translate to the shape of the formation on the ground, knowing that people will warm to that theme and think themselves very clever to pick up on these links and then go on conference platforms eulogising about the crop circle and talking about these connections. Yeah. And making a bit of money on the way as well.
Yeah, and notice the photo of this guy. Who is this guy here? So he's going showing these. He's going to decode all these Mayan Aztec ones, but these are all man-made. So it's like, what are they doing? All right.
When collecting evidence at the
then the other part, the Geiger counter one, we'll go
scene of a new crop circle, David Caton often takes radiation readings. He has found that the formations which he believes to be man-made produce nothing more than background radiation. However, on two separate occasions, David has measured effects on his Geiger counter in non-man-made circles. In this case, David's meter reads 18 times higher than the normal background level. David telephoned the National Radiological Board headquarters from the crop circle and spoke to an instrumentation expert. He believes that the effect on the meter was not caused by dangerous particle or ionizing radiation, and the cause was probably electromagnetic in nature, although one cannot conclude where the source of this energy is.
Yeah, that's wild. Okay, so now he's going over the nitty-gritty stuff, all the companies and so on. And we'll get to that in a bit. Okay, so we'll go with that after. So now we're gonna go with some random topics, guys. And yeah, so okay, so apparently Woodhenge is a real thingy. Woodhenge. Let's go to what mainstream says on Woodhenge. Okay, Woodhenge. Okay, this is a real thing. Okay, I thought it was just a fake Stonehenge Woodhenge. Concrete pillars. Okay, northeast of Stonehenge, and just north of that was believed to be identified from aerial photograph. And Curtis. Okay, anyways, what is it supposed to do? They unconfirmed it was a henge. What in the world's a henge? Okay. Another timber one. These are okay. Basically, just wooden ones that are stacked up everywhere. All right. So, anyways, let me know what Woodhenge. It's not important at all. Okay. Anyways, so Woodhenge. I'm gonna power through. Okay. So we went over this stuff. We're gonna go over a detour now. Go back into. We'll do some random topics, and then we'll go back into the crop circle host maker, the hoax makers, John Lundberg, and who started Team Satan, does the Illuminati Freemasonic hand sign, and is connected to MI5. That's pretty wild. And also then we'll power through Chris Bridger's email. Try to power through. We have how much more minutes? We have an hour 50 minutes, guys. We're trying to cap it at 3 hours. Well, yeah, mostly right away. Just the stone footings remain interesting. All right, so so what's called now? Stone footing henge. Let's go. Okay, so the next part is so far 3 hours is taking the lead, guys. Okay, 3 hours in the my poll there. For those in the for those in the Rumble, I'll pull this right here. If you haven't voted already on Telegram, basically how many hours should I keep my live streams at? So far 3, and no limit is second. Okay, guys. Let's go power through. I think Stephen F says Judy Wood is an acid test. Yeah, Judy was acid test. Mine's the I might do an official litmus test video. And so again, for those who haven't realized, I may have been the first person to coin it, or second person. I think Andrew Johnson may have coined litmus test, but I'm only the first person to actually put it as a video title. So I wrote. This is let's go right here. Where is it? Yeah, so 9/11 Truth Part 4. Dr. Judy Wood litmus test, and this was when did I post this video? This was in July 23rd, 2017, guys. This is literally 8 years ago. I'm talking about Judy Wood litmus test, but now I'm doing an official MES litmus test, and this one is simpler than hers. Hers is obviously it's like if you look at her book and think anything otherwise, but it just that it requires more effort. This is the official litmus test that I'll be working on. I have it, I think I have a scheduled post right here. So I have a scheduled post, MES official 9/11 litmus test, and that's going to be the exterior lobby columns. And I asked Mick West, the professional debunker, and he doesn't even reply to me. So I asked professional debunker Mick West about the Twin Towers exterior lobby core column still standing, but he didn't respond. So this is going to be the official one. I might do a video capturing every single photo of it. Go, Joe. I still think Enter the Stars is Days of Noah. All right, okay. Yeah, that is true. It does sound like Days of Noah. If you haven't heard of Days of Noah, it definitely does sound like. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go power through right here. Okay, so anyway, so this is the official litmus test. I will be making a video on this, because I think again, as I've showed multiple times, this is the biggest one in history of the. I think it's the most irrefutable aspect of 9/11. It's the one where you ask anyone. Doesn't matter what their knowledge is of reality, or if they're disinfo agent or not. There's literally nothing they can say. So Mick West, the professional debunker who runs Metabunk, I asked him, "What's your opinion on the?" Because he was saying here, right here, he was arguing with 9/11 revisionists, and he's saying, "I'm saying that the buildings collapsed because of damage from the plane impact." No, there was no plane. The fuel air explosion. No, that was a delayed explosion, and the subsequent fires. There's no evidence explosions or nanothermite were involved. Again, he's talking about nanothermite. This is 9/11 revisionist talking about directed energy weapons, not nanothermite nonsense. Anyways, and I asked him, and I asked him if this is a very neutral one. This is why this is my official litmus test. It's not talking about it here. Do you know about Judy Wood? If you looked at the book, etc. It's literally asking, do your eyes work? What's your opinion on the exterior lobby columns of the Twin Towers still standing vertically at ground level, even though there were 110 floors above them? So this photo right here. That's the exterior lobby column, still vertical. These exterior columns are still vertical. They're not even bent. And you have this weird hole just formed in there with the bolts removed. All right. And then these are the exterior lobby columns. And this was before, after. So the question is, what's your opinion on it? It doesn't even reply. does not even respond to me. And also he blocked he blocked Norman, aka 9/11 revisionist, and he's showing that. And I think he blocked him over. When did he block him? But anyways, he asked something else here. He says, "How do you think the towers were destroyed?" I replied to him. He doesn't answer my questions. It's like he ignores that I exist. I said, obviously, advanced cold dew technology, and I also put a link to my thread of tower tornadoes. And I put the summary photo that Rafa's Rodriguez made. Okay, anyways, so Mick West, you're on. So while he makes a living debunking obvious disinfo clowns, Ashton Forbes, and then all these other random disinfo people. Okay, anyways, okay, now there's Trump doing that hand sign. Okay, anyways, let's power through. Okay, and okay, so this is timestamps. I'm gonna go back in here. Okay, so anyways, we covered that was a random one. Okay, so this part here, yeah. So UFO TV's Tim Crawford phone call after today's stream. Okay, that was no, that's after. Okay, so next part here, Malcolm Nance live stream. This is let's do random topics. So we're gonna go over these random ones and then go back into the crop circles and see where we end up at. But let's do the quick one first. So Project Bluebeam heating up, guys. So if you check on what's going on Joe Rogan's clown show. Okay. Anyways, so let's check up on Project Bluebeam. Joe Rogan and Eric Weinstein are talking about time traveling aliens. So Eric Weinstein is on the biggest podcast in the history of the world, Joe Rogan. He had like millions and millions of views. And he said, how aliens time travel. Eric Weinstein explains to Joe Rogan. And Joe Rogan's like, with his confused face, like, what are you talking about? Okay, Eric Weinstein, we may be faking a UFO situation. Skepticism over current state of UFOs. Well, obviously. And how aliens time travel again. Who is this guy anyway? Alright, guys, we have a clown show heating up. Okay, Project Blue Clown Show. Okay, let's see. Okay, next part here. We'll go over the Malcolm Nance. Okay, we'll go over that one. Actually, first we'll do the quick ones here. And then there's a couple emails. So we'll go over Paul Loveless' email about replicating Hutchinson effect. So we'll go that soon. Again, then here's MES official litmus test. Lobby exterior columns. Expect an epic video later. Yeah, expect the most epic video would be a lot of compilation of photos of like very rare photos showing. Again, the core columns are still standing. The exterior columns are still standing. Also, going back here, Sax TV on Rumble says that's where there's a ley line conjunction. I've heard only a mile or two from Stonehenge. Oh, no, I heard only. Anyways, Sax says, I'd like to thank Dr. Judy Wood for her book. I thought I was going insane after my van was written off. Well, that's wild. Yeah, so Sax has a anomalous event with his van apparently that like levitated or so on. Anyways, the next part here, I think I posted it right here. Okay. Yeah, this one here, guys. This one went pretty viral. 420 views on Telegram. It's pretty good. So this one, woman caught trying to plant explosive devices at Tesla dealership. And then I wrote, we need to ban men from women's crimes, guys. All right, guys. We can't just ban them from women's sports. You got to ban them from women's crimes. So, guys, so if you see a woman like this trying to plant explosive device at a Tesla dealership, anyways, I don't know what part of the PSYOP script we're watching. Anyways, so that is that. Okay, Paul Love's email. We'll go over the quick ones because let's see the Paul Love's email. Okay, let's go Paul Loveless. Paul Loveless says, I started a new job this week, so I've been very busy. I've not yet put together a presentation using radio equipment to replicate the Hutchinson effect. I may be able to put together a brief introductory video just kind of introducing the idea of using RF as part of the energy output needed for the Hutchinson effect. If I do, I'll upload it to YouTube. Please make an active effort to unmute me if I'm still muted. Please consider giving me mod status so that Norman cannot silence me. I think I've demonstrated that I have a healthy skepticism where appropriate and raw knowledge of physics and science where counts. But again, I know you have knowledge on that stuff, but again, we have our suspicions about you. So my advice is, again, Norman, I trust him. So just don't go at him. Don't go after him. Try to attack him and just... it's better just to like not say anything and be around as opposed to talking about your prison time and your tattoo on your back and what you do with gang. anyways, sorry, I got a bit too. Anyways, let's go to the Malcolm Nance part and continue further. Gary Jackson made it on the news. Okay, so yeah, okay, Gary Jackson made it on this. We'll play that in a bit. It's the next part, and then we'll go back into the stuff here. So this one is Casimir Rules. Says, we got to correspond, and Matthew's Solutions. I want to work with you on a Malcolm Nance show. Well, it's saying, I don't know about a full show, but if you can do it, even if you want to pre-record a video, if you pre-record a video, I could play it, or you can join a call for like 30 minutes or so, because I don't know if it deserves a full like 3 hours to cover this Malcolm Nance guy. But again, anyways, Malcolm Nance is very interesting though. So I want to work with you on a Malcolm Nance show. He lives not far from me, and he is okay. That's the thing. If you can get footage of him, if you can also try to contact him physically, that'd be cool. Just to see if you can talk to him, and is fully integrated with the occupying quote community figures. His false marriage, and also going after a person like that. I don't want to get my channel taken down. His false marriage, etc., is September 11th. Okay, so he was married on September 11th. And related, and there's no end to his ridiculousness, and the show material offers up. He's not a very bright tool. So this guy's very interesting though. Yeah. So Boris Johnson's sister interviews American illegal mercenary to Ukraine and Trump hater Malcolm Nance, former U.S. Navy intelligence officer, stretching credibility, who has fought alongside the Ukrainian military. Sad sack Nance needs to be tried for treason. Okay, this is Malcolm Nance, and he has some more connections with him. So he's apparently a mercenary for Ukraine. From America, from U.S. Navy intelligence officer, and then he's mercenary for Ukraine. And so he posted right here, so I joyfully invite the public to watch the live stream funeral for my wife, Maurice. So they were married. Was this married or death? This was death. So she died on September 11th, 2019, and they were married on September 11th, and she wrote on her tombstone, a spy's wife. All right, that's interesting. Okay, and then going further, Malcolm Nance fighting for, with, and Ukraine. Anyways, the crisis in Ukraine. So again, Malcolm Nance fighting for. This was on the Hudson Community Board. This is on NBC News. So Malcolm Nance fighting for, with, and in Ukraine. Hudson, the crisis in Ukraine by Chris Sampson. A prayer to Saint Anthony. What is lost must be found by Jamie Callan. Germantown. I saw a demographic trend by Mark Trends. Anyways, I'm trying to decipher what in the world's going on here. Malcolm Nance. I stand with Ukraine. Okay. So anyways, if you have more info on it, because again, it's all over the place. The easier, the better, because I just becoming increasingly busy, and so on. And I'm gonna go to Malcolm Nance wiki. Okay. Well, first I'll go with Malcolm Nance wiki. Okay, and let's see what this guy's up to. Is intelligence and foreign policy analyst who frequently discuss the history, personalities, and organization of jihadi radicalization and Al Qaeda and the Islamic State of Iraq and Levant. Okay, so he's a deep agent, guys. He was executive director of the Terror Asymmetrics Project. Okay, well there's big asymmetric terrorism. It's governments terrorizing people and then do. So he served in the U.S. Navy until 1981 to 2001. And specialized in Navy cryptology. I'm gonna go September. Anything September related? Okay, I'm gonna go to Malcolm Nance. I'm gonna see with Grok AI. St. David. He's doing the as above, so below sign. Interesting. We'll have to power that in. I'm gonna go right here. Give me all the connections of Malcolm Nance and the date September 11th. Okay, let's see what this guy says. Let's see if Grok is up to its billing. Okay. Now we got some interesting stuff here. So Malcolm Nance, a former U.S. Navy senior chief petty officer specializing in Navy cryptology and a renowned counterterrorism expert, has several significant connections to December 11th based on his personal experiences, career, and public statements. Below is a detailed compilation of these connections, grounded in available information. He's a direct witness to the Pentagon attack. On the morning of September 11th, 2001, Malcolm Nance was driving to Arlington, Virginia, when he witnessed the crash of American Airlines Flight 77 in the Pentagon. As a resident of the Washington, D.C. area at the time and the founder of Special Readiness Services International, SRSI, and an intelligence support company he established in 2001, Nance was in close proximity to the event. The first-hand experience marked a pivotal moment in his career and life, tying directly to physical events. So he's a first responder role at the Pentagon. So following the crash, Nance acted as a first responder at the Pentagon's helped crash site. He helped organize the rescue and recovery efforts, assisting in triage operations to aid victims. In a post on X dated September 11, 2021, Nance recounted racing to move the triage area to Arlington Cemetery. And noted that his mother saw him on CNN footage, though he stated that specific footage had not surfaced publicly until referenced by National Geographic. This underscores his active participation in the immediate aftermath of the attack. And also, Timothy Salvo says, Nance has confessed to waterboarding prisoners. All right, this guy's a deep MK Ultra psycho. Okay. Jeremy says, while we're at it, we may as well acknowledge the heroin poppy trade between Afghanistan and the Vatican CIA mafia over the decades. There's a book called something like The Secret Connection Between... The secret connection between every single major organization. All right, guys, we have Odyssey, Selvut, Ilya, the danger zone is in the thing, and he's got a black helicopter. Let's see what this translate... Oh, actually, we already have a translate button. Translate, I already have an extension. Greetings, young people, let's go. All right, we have our first Odyssey, guys. Malcolm sounds like a patsy. Well, he sounds like he's just a big agent. He's not just a low-level patsy, is what I mean. He's got a big role in all this mumbo-jumbo. So he's first responder, career contacts. By September 11, 2001, Nance had already retired from U.S. Navy after 20, whatever. He has since described the event as a failure. Okay, anyways, post 9/11 intelligence, authorship and analysis. Let's see what else he has. He appeared on MSNBC talking about 9/11. Okay, historical reflection. Okay, date and event summary of connection. Okay, give me other coincidences, such as his wife dying on September 11th and married on September on 11 as well. Not necessarily about 2001. I just want to see what other connections are. Okay, yeah, so wife's death is on September 11th, 2019. He witnessed the Pentagon attack on September 11th. Marriage date, speculation, September 11th, 2004. Okay, so apparently he's married December 11th, died September, and then her wife died December 11th. Okay, his reflected broader symbolic. Anyways, okay, so we got that witnessed and responded, and then we got this one, married and so on. Okay, so that's a bunch of Malcolm Nance stuff. Yeah, he's definitely a puppet. See if Grok will give you connections between Nance and Richmore Aviation. What connections are there between Nance and Richmore Aviation? Okay, let's see what this guy says. Anyways, and then we'll go back into the other stuff. Okay, Christoph, Heidi, everyone. Fantastic choice of stream topic. Thank you, miss. Yep, for sure. Thank you. The real Malcolm has probably been Epstein, or the current Malcolm is has Epstein type blackmail on him. So St. David says Malcolm sounds like Patsy. The real Malcolm is probably Epstein's. Oh well, yeah. Well, what I mean is he's probably again controlled as well, but he could be the real Nance. Still, there's no reason why. What's the fake one have to do with anything? Okay, let's go back here. There's no direct, well-documented connection between Nance and Richmore Aviation based on publicly available. However, exploring potential intersections between his life and career activities at Richmore Aviation reveals some speculative points of overlap in their respective timelines. Anyways, Malcolm Nance, former that. Richmore is New York, founded in 1967. After retiring from the Navy, it transitioned in there. Anyways, geographic proximity in that. He's close to it. No public post. Okay, anyways, there's the circumstantial ones. Non-concrete. But anyways, guys, nonetheless, you guys can go through his NASA's regular guest at MSNBC, especially with Bill Maher. Yeah, definitely. They mentioned him, especially talking about 9/11 and other stuff like that. Okay, and let's see what else we had in here. So we went over the email. Project Bluebeam heating up. Yeah, man, Ben. Okay, the last one, and then we'll go back into the crop circles. And this is Gary Jackson made it on the news, guys. So he made it on news, I think, on Monday or something like that. So Gary Jackson. Okay. So I posted this last night. So Gary Gerhardt, I think is that a full name? Anyways, Gary Jackson made it on the local news after the Calhoun County School Board issued him a trespass notice for advocating that the Dr. Judy Wood's book Where Towers Go be included in the school library. So this was on the news there. So on the local news, Calhoun County resident wants a controversial book in the school library. Where Towers Go is widely criticized. Why are they adding this? Widely criticized by the scientific and engineering communities. No, it's not. It's barely even mentioned. Like if I knew about it years ago, I would have quit engineering, just straight full time on it. So anyways, let's see what else. I'll click the article actually. There's a bunch of ads though. Only downside. Okay, so or just a bunch of pop-ups. And this one, okay. So a Portland resident was issued a district-wide trespass warning after attending a Calhoun County ISD a board meeting to advocate Where Towers Go by Dr. Judy Wood. He wants a controversial book available to students in the school library. Gary Jackson said the public library carries the book. So he wants it in the school library. Yeah, so the public library has it, but he wants it in the school one. And Gary Jackson, he included that in the school, so he got them. He got it into the public one. Now he wants a school one. Gary Jackson received the trespass notice in December after addressing the board on the topic for the second time. And he says, I want everyone, I'm starting with my hometown to bring awareness, Jackson said. And I'll keep reading the whole thing just to understand how the mainstream is. It's like, it's just constant, it's like constant nonsense of the mainstream. What is this thing? Okay. So Jackson, who is passionate about physics, said he hopes students in the Calhoun County ISD will have the opportunity to gain knowledge, to gain that same knowledge. Where Towers Go by Dr. Judy Wood is a book that presents an alternative theory about the destruction of the World Trade Center on December 11th, 2001. The author, a mechanical engineer, argues that Twin Towers and surrounding buildings were not brought down by planes, fire, or controlled demolition, but rather a directed energy weapon or an unknown advanced technology. Let's go. The book is controversial and widely criticized. No, it's not. It's barely even known. Widely criticized with the scientific and engineering communities. Mainstream experts, mainstream liars. Any mainstream expert that is not a lying like dirtbag will obviously side with Judy Wood. All right. Rejects Wood's claim, citing a lack of credible evidence and inconsistencies with established physics and structural engineering principles. Most investigations, including those by the National Institute of Standards and Technology, concluded that the buildings collapsed due to fire-induced structural failure. But the thing is, they didn't actually look at the collapse. That's the thing. They did not look at the collapse. And I have that, actually. They looked at the point of initiation of collapse. So in other words, it was science fraud, and then they have it in writing. And I'll actually, I need to post that. Okay. And then also the Calhoun County ISD superintendent has now released a statement regarding incident and so on. And I will play the video. We'll go back into the video right here.
A man speaking out at Calhoun County School.
I'll make it normal speed.
Well, a man speaking out at Calhoun County School Board meetings is served with a trespass warning.
25 News Now reporter Ray Mosley joins us live with more on what happened. Ray?
Yes, Sean and Don, a Port Lavaca resident by the name of Gary Jackson was issued a trespassing warning for attending a Calhoun County School Board meeting. He was issued the notice last December after speaking at a board meeting about wanting a book regarding 9/11 added to the school library. It was the second time Jackson spoke at a school board meeting on the topic. School officials claimed Jackson was being disruptive, and it was issued a warning by the police chief.
I want every school, I'm starting with my hometown, to bring this awareness.
Jackson says he's very passionate about physics and wants children of Calhoun County ISD to gain that same knowledge. We reached out to the Calhoun County Superintendent's office, but we've yet to hear back. Reporting live, Ray Mosley, KVU TV, 25 News Now.
All right.
Well, a man.
All right, it's wild. Okay, so he's getting trespass stuff, and when you can see some of his stuff here, he puts. He let me share it on his on my Telegram. So there's Gary Jackson. He says 9/11 is a lie, and he includes a link to Matthew's Solutions and Dr. Judy Wood book and so on. So see if I could. Okay, there it is. Anyway, so 9/11 is a lie. If you really believe a little plane made this engineering marvel collapse, and this one he includes this cutout there. And if you look at here, it says be a true patriot. Read the only full investigation into the tragedy of 9/11, Where the Towers Go by Dr. Judy Wood, and put the links Where the Towers Go and check the evidence.com. And also if you zoom in there, I just want to go back to this one. I think I included. I think I had this. Okay, this one here. Yeah, this. Well, yeah. If I zoom in here, So he says, see Dr. Judy Wood Facebook page, see Matthews Solutions YouTube, see Ketam course case, NYSD. Yes, it includes Matthews Solutions. See him on YouTube, guys. At MES, baby. Let's go. A reporter is so underqualified. Hey, guys, go. He's under reporter, guys. Remember, that reporter, whatever you think of him, is reporting about 9/11 Dr. Judy Wood, regardless of the mainstream stuff there. So out of all the people, that's the one doing it. That's a good sign to me. So like, at least he has the guts to put his name out there, or he just fell with the just the fate of the universe made it him put there. So anyways, you have to think beyond just the visual appearance. Because again, so anyways, Gary has it, and we'll play some of his videos here. So again, him at the protesting, and he shared me the info that he has in here, and he had, I think he had bullhorns and so on. But let's just play some of his videos that he had. But my view, my advice would just be not to be so confrontational. Just go easy on these school board clowns. Yeah, this is Brittany Hogan. Again, these are all the names, guys. These are the names of people that are preventing the book from being put on the school library. And remember, it's illegal for schools to publish to promote false information. But again, it's illegal for a government to murder its own people. But here we are. Wild. These are big names, guys. They need to be called out again. When people say who runs the world, well, who are these random school board people? Won't even put a book on the shelf. So this guy, Alan Tippett, okay, this guy Rockefeller. No, this guy is doing his part in controlling the world. So it does not matter who you are, how big you are. You have a role to play in either the current state of the world or making it better or worse. So this guy again. But nobody's doing YouTube videos about this guy. Hey, why don't you just let the book be in the school board? Again, there's another one. City Council member Daniel Agur. Why are you putting a trespass warning on someone who wants a book in your school that literally is the big one? Okay, Christoph Jung says, as for litmus test, Dr. Judy Wood once quoted someone who called her work holy water to throw on someone to see if they're a vampire. Oh yeah, it's a way to check if they're disadvantages. Okay, Derek Smith, again. City Council equals 33, interesting. Alright, going back to let's see what he says here. There's 5 minutes. Play some of it.
Hello.
And also, guys, when you're doing these videos, make it sideways. Videotape it horizontally, not
It's Gary
vertically.
Jackson. I gave a speech to y'all on September 11th last year. I came again today. I want to put the fear of God in every one of your souls.
All right, let's go. Okay, you can watch the whole thing, guys. Just go on channel, just search up Gary Jackson or Gerhard. I gotta just put Gerhard Gary, and I also so he gave me emails to the school county, and then I emailed them a full email list, and then I got blocked by one of them, or like a few of them, or one of the. So they gave me emails to all of them, and I actually emailed them with my 2 cents on 9/11, and then they didn't respond, and one of them banned me or blocked me. So that's quite wild. The Dewey's first recorded usage was in a USA invasion of Panama. Well, that's the first public, I think one public occurrence. But I think there's probably more we just haven't looked through. It's probably someone made a video with only 3 people watched. All right, guys, let's go back into that. Anyways, that's the stuff here, and I do want to show the other part here, and then we'll go over the email stuff there. I'm gonna go right here and school board. Okay, so let's see the email and see what happened here. Okay, let's see, school board Jackson. What in the world's going on here? County. Let's go school board county. Like, what in the world am I even looking at? Okay, email my school board. Okay, please email. I did email them. Okay, and then where's the email? I didn't. I got a Jackson. Okay, there's this one here. So I put an email. So I got those emails there, and I said request to include Dr. Judy Wood's book in her library. Hi, Calhoun County Independent School Board of Trustees, and I literally emailed them directly. I said, hi, my name is Matthew Steffo. I am emailing my support for Gerhard Jackson's efforts, or Gary Jackson effort to have Dr. Judy Wood's book Where Towers Go, Evidence of Directed Free Energy Technology 9/11 included in your school library. Gerhard is a subscriber to my YouTube channel where I teach math as well as many videos exploring the evidence of 9/11, which show that the majority of all 7 World Trade Center towers, and you can even copy and paste an email if you want, and send them as well, or send other people, not just 2, turned mainly to dust in midair, leaving a very little rubble pile, which was quite literally mostly at ground level. And I said I also have a Bachelor of Civil Engineering and a Master in Mining Engineering. When I first encountered Dr. Judy Wood's book, my engineering background made it very clear she was correct simply by looking at the front and back cover of her book. Here's an image that illustrates this. Here's before and after. Again, there's nothing more you need. Just look at that and that. But the I do like the lobby column ones. That's the lobby column ones literally has 110 floors directly above it. So it's like, where is it? Oh, there's Gary Jackson referring to the fine structure constant, Okay, anyways, talking about other stuff there. But anyways, Gary Jackson, thanks for your efforts at the Calhoun City Council. Anyways, I'm reading the email I sent to the school board. This was in December 15. So each Twin Tower weighed the equivalent of 10 Titanics. The rebel pile is literally at ground level, all while Building 7 is still standing. Is Building 7 in the background. Thus, this was before any cleanup crew arrived on the scene. That tiny rebel pile inside the North Tower is almost exclusively just Stairwell B, which had 16 survivors inside that were trapped for 4 hours until they were rescued by firefighters. They walked away relatively unscathed. Survivor and firefighter Mickey Cross was astonished that 110 stories fell on them, yet he can see sunlight. So again, this was that rebel pile, the tiny one in the North Tower, is almost entirely just a Stairwell B. And you can also see there's, again, exterior columns not crushed and they're standing vertical. And firefighter Mickey Cross said, there was a 110-story building above us and I'm looking up at the sun. So here's an overhead photo showing the Twin Towers exterior lobby columns, the big one, the exterior lobby columns standing vertically, proving that 110 stories or 500,000 tons or 10 Titanics by mass of each tower did not fall on them, but rather turned to dust above them by a mechanism not available to the public. Again, it's irrefutable. It is. And here are more photos showing the towers literally disappear. Note that the Liberty Plaza sphere was not crushed and in fact towered over much of the rubble. So this sphere is towering above all the rubble. This sphere is towering above all the rubble. And there's Building 3, and there's exterior columns. Building 3 almost disappeared. And keep in mind that the total mass of all 7 WTC buildings was the equivalent of 28 Titanics, yet the rubble pile doesn't even visually match just one Titanic. So again, you can see, I asked ChatGPT just to put it in terms of Titanics. So there's 28 Titanics. So here's the 3D model. Here's a before, after, is pretty much all gone. And there's 28 Titanics stacked up on top of each other. That's 28 Titanics. That's the equivalent mass of it. And again, these ones are mostly hollow, but still, 28 Titanics. These images are to scale. That is literally how 28 Titanics would stack up on each other. And that is a 3D model that a geoengineer printed and sent me of the LiDAR data of the WTC site. For more information, I recommend Dr. Judy Wood's 2012 lecture, The Dawn of a New Age. Furthermore, there are video compilations that I've made of a time-lapse of the WTC turning dust and a compilation of the North Tower's 900-foot core columns. Yeah, I should put foot. Spire turning dust in front of our own eyes. And I said thank you for taking time to read this email, and please let me know if you have any questions or want to share your thoughts. And again, I think one of the emails was we got the wrong email. I put wrong one. And then this guy here, Bill Schrader of the Calhoun one, emailed me twice, saying you have now been blocked. And then the person that had the wrong email, oh no, there's another person. Okay, this is Chief Justice Claire was told Gary Jackson told me that that this person actually purchased the book. So I've heard from my friend Gary Jackson that you purchased Dr. Judy Wood's book Where the Towers Go and plan on digging into it this Christmas season. That's great to hear. Gary requested I send you a quick primer on Dr. Judy Wood's book I had written up, and then I said I written up a quick primer in my email to the Calhoun City school board, and you can read through it in the forward email. Please let me know if you have any questions or just want to share your thoughts. And again, I just not found, so I don't know what to see. I think I sent to multiple people. Yeah, so one of them, just in case one of them works. And again, no email. The only response was this guy, Bill Schrader. Apparently he's like the head of the thingy. I'll look up in the thing here, Bill Schrader. He says you have been blocked, and now he emails me twice saying I'm blocked. Like, what is going on here? I'm giving him like top secret. No, this is like top info that the whole world needs to see, and this guy's blocking me. And this is another interesting one. We'll get to that again. When I got talked about 9/11, I can keep going on and on and on and on. I just got the book for my birthday. Thank you, MES, for all you do. Epic stuff. Christie's story. Let's go. Okay, we have some comments here. A documentary, The Panel of Deception. Yeah, I have posted on my Telegram. And 9/11 Revisions has shared it. Well, gives first person testimony about people being melted in their cars but no fire. And then Sack says, I was unfortunately in a switch on my new telecom equipment. Shook my van violently, levitated. I was ill for months after. Interesting. Eric read drones. Okay, anyways, people are talking about drones and so on. MES, please show the famous Bible photos. Yeah, we'll get to that in a bit. Okay, we'll show that, and then we'll go back to the crop circles, and we'll power through for another hour and a half. Hour 15 minutes. And guys, if I'm speaking too fast, it's because we have a time limit, and it's I can't speak fast, so take it or leave it. What's another? Okay, this part right here. I want to go back into here. Gerhard. Okay. Yeah, so this guy's president. So I told him, and I'm blocked by Bill Schrader, and he says, President Bill Schrader is a puffed up old fart that likes things his way. Cynthia Alford is mistyped, but anyways, the photo with their names and remote control is the correct address for, anyways, yeah. So he's a president. The president blocked me of the city board, so I'm pretty much on a trespass notice by default. All right, so that's that. Okay, and then I do want to show these core columns. Again, it's the litmus test. But you can also see the mind control that's being going on right here. This one is right here. So this was an email sent to Conspiracy Realist from the guy, because if you subscribe to a 9/11 Truth, they sent you this. He has it more for like digging into info. And so what? Yeah. So they posted this, and they're asking for money. This is a 9/11 Truth. The email. There's an email newsletter that says 9/11 Task Force team prepares for historic decision, because they want like a task force to do a new fake investigation. But again, look at the photo they show. This photo is irrefutable proof of due. This is the MES official litmus test. This is the tiny stuff of Building 3. That's the core columns of the South Tower, all like still standing. The lobby exterior columns, not core. The exterior columns still standing of the South Tower. And again, this is the photo they show to make it look like, oh, there's a bunch of rubble. So they're literally doing MK Ultra mind control on the public. And then here's the before, there's the after. This is the before, so there's giant towers, a giant Building 3, and a tiny stub, and then the exterior column still standing. This right here is still standing. So in other words, this is absolutely magic. So 9/11 Disinfo group, A 9/11 Truth, literally showing an irrefutable proof of due technology in their photo, while gaslighting about their 9/11 Disinfo explosive task force nonsense, and also asking for money. The photo shows a tiny stub of Building 3, while the lobby exterior columns of the Twin Towers are still standing perfectly vertical. And again, this post right here, after much thought, I have to say the most powerful photos of 9/11 are the ones showing the exterior lobby columns of the Twin Towers still standing vertical. So again, I can't stress this enough, guys. These are the exterior lobby columns still standing vertically. Like, I have to like wait a few seconds. Okay, now it's disappeared. Those are still standing vertically at ground level. So in other words, nothing So the 110 floors did not teleport past it into the basement. The basement's tiny, and again, if it was in the basement, they'd have to teleport past it. But this is still ground level. So in other words, nothing fell on it. It's still vertical, and you can see it from a different angle from a window. And again, this is the before, after. Where is anything? All right, and again, this is all that's remaining. Exterior, and this was that's alien science. Anyways, and then okay, we'll show the Bible on 9/11. Okay, this one's very important. So the melting point of steel is 2,500 Fahrenheit. Or 1,300 Celsius, which is 5.89 times more than the auto ignition temperature of paper. So if you're anywhere near melting point of steel, paper will auto ignite, self-ignite, and this is evident. And you can see it right here. This is auto ignition. This is evident of the destructive effects of a 10-pound molten steel iron cannonball on a thick phone book and on fabric via the Almodal, as well as the paper spontaneously igniting inside a furnace at 700 degrees Fahrenheit or 371 degrees Celsius. So again, this is just, this is about almost double the auto ignition temperature. But again, 700 is still about like 3 to 4 times less. Yeah, almost 3.5 times less than the melting point of steel. Again, compare this with a much heavier molten steel column somehow fused with the super thin and fragile paper of a Bible on 9/11. So if you can, just to show you some stuff here. I'm going to show this one right here. Here's paper in about 700 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
And that's what happens to paper. Look what happens to paper, and it just auto ignites. That's paper. And now this is steel fused with the super thin paper of the Bible, and it's like some of it's like not even burned. You have like weird marks on the side, but again, this is steel on it. Okay, and now here is actual molten ball on paper. So, anyways, so here's a molten ball, and you drop it on paper. Let's see what happens. Yeah. So anyways. Yeah. So this is a molten on a phone book or whatever book, and that's literally just melted. It's like the whole thing just burning up. And it stays there for a while. So imagine it's molten on, stuck on it, and then what? The paper's it's still readable. So you have a giant, and there's the Elmo doll. And again, just put them in, and this whole thing just completely melts. Okay. And see here, right here. Okay, speaking of Blue Bacon. Blue Bacon couldn't understand that photo strange for a so-called criminal investigator. Well, he does. He knows full well. He's just a complete clown. But yeah, so Blue Bacon's a bit quiet, but he actually has a video about the Hutchinson effect, but he hasn't made it. He made it. So he uploaded a month after, and he made it members only or something. Okay, no, now it's still members only. Debunk that junk clip. So he got a 2-minute clip after a month. After I think it probably because I kind of wrecked it for him by recording his private stream. Oh no, recording his stream that he made. He made it members. He made it private. So he removed it. It's not even anywhere in here. Not even members only. So the one where I'm like laughing at him, where he's trying to film this one. So again, and also and at the same time, I've been able to upload much more Hudson Effect since that month, and they're all absolutely epic. So it's like we have boat here with like semi-levitating water. We got boats, random sparks happening all across it, and moving around. And you also have the parts, the physical parts, decades later, showing the exact same effects of the steel cylinders turning steel solid, cylinder turning jelly and so on. So again, there's like hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of footage and witness testimony and documents and so on. So it's like, what is the guy doing? Okay, Danger Zone. Looks like WTC towers were a side made of wooden planks. Okay, let's go. Wooden mumbo jumbo. Okay, so anyways, people talking about wooden 911. Okay, guys, let's go back into the other stuff. So I'm going to close this part. This was here. Let's see, and then we'll go over the Chris email. Okay, we'll go over Chris email soon. We have 1 hour. I got to power through. Again, we have a hard cap or semi-hard cap. Okay, Mazzy, I'm ready for Jesus Christ to return for his bride. Okay, let's go. All right, guys. But again, even if he comes, what's gonna happen is we still have to do World War III before that. Anyways, don't hate the world, guys. Just hate the game. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. The world is as is. But anyways, you just keep going, and stuff will happen. Okay, so now let's go to the next part. So crop circles, disinfo, hoax. John Lundberg started Team Staten, does Illuminati hand sign, Freemasonic hand signs, and it's connected to MI5 and also Elon Musk. Trump's son Eric and Trump's stepson Jared Kushner all do the same hand sign. So if you see this photo, this is the guy who started the original hoaxing team, and he called it Team Satan. It's original stuff there. So let's play. Go over here. Okay.
Mystery.
People like college involved
was transpired.
So this one here was interesting. They're saying that the Colin Andrews guy, they had his BBC or whatnot show on crop circles, and then they faked one, but then they didn't tell him it was fake. And then this guy was saying, oh, how real it was, and then he got fooled. But so that's an interesting story about him. So that raises questions about Colin Andrews. Anyways, what I want to go over to... so apparently they were investigating about it. I want to go over to the original creator there.
The issue was taken out of the hands of visible government, and investigation allowed to continue in the hands of British and American intelligence.
The government, the military, know full well that this is a real and important phenomenon, and they weren't wasting their time. They were investigating something extremely important, and they're still doing it today.
Military helicopters.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Before that, what they were saying was the government was actually funding investigations in the thing in like London. They're funding it into the crop circles. And then apparently the quote public or whatever other players were saying that, oh, why are you spending money on these crop formations? And then they stopped funding that publicly. But obviously they were doing it
within the government. People within to be made to look foolish sometime later when it was investigation and governance of visible government, and investigation allowed to continue in the hands of British and American intelligence.
Okay, Eric Red says, when you feel fear, you know you are NHI hands. NHL's hands or NHI? You know, he's saying non-human intelligence. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to play some of this part.
Military helicopters and on some occasions AWACS aircraft are sometimes witnessed by crop circle onlookers, seemingly analysing the crop circle areas.
I mean, we filmed Apache attack helicopters hovering low over the East Field in the Vale of Pusey.
If a politician was to stand up in Parliament now and say, are we spending any government funds on this phenomena, you think the answer would be emphatically no, then?
They would deny it, I'm sure.
They would deny it, but the helicopters are all over the place.
They're there all the time.
Some have witnessed these military helicopters chasing small glowing balls of light above the crop circles.
Without any doubt, the balls of light are a real phenomenon. Okay. Definitely. In fact, by the East Field, we have Golden Ball Hill, which has been called Golden Ball Hill for probably centuries. The reason being, golden balls of light have been seen there for so long. The military and our government have known about the real phenomenon for many, many years. Right. And there's probably a need-to-know basis going on here as well.
Okay. We'll come back.
I felt I had to get to the bottom of the complex man-made crop circles in order to fully understand what is going on.
Okay, now tell me about the Doug and Dave characters, because they are often cited as being responsible for a lot of crop circles. Prominent in the early 90s and late 1980s, am I right there, Dave?
1991 and 92.
So tell me about those two guys, because they were a lot of the circles at that time.
Yeah, so the Doug and Dave guys, if you go to crop circles on Wikipedia, it's like they just crop circles Wikipedia just literally says, oh, it's a hoax, blah blah blah, and they have this guy here, Doug. So again, Doug and Dave. So 1981. So here, although obscure natural cause of anyways, alien or advanced tech. In 1981, two hoaxers, Doug Bauer and Dave Corley, took credit for having created over 200 crop circles throughout England and in widely reported interviews. And but again, so first of all, why aren't they in jail? This is illegal trespassing and so on. The number of reports of crop circles increased substantially after interviews with them, and it says nearly half of all crop circles in the UK were located within a 15-kilometer radius of the Avebury Stone Circle. Interesting. So that's interesting. So again, they're probably just confusing the public. And this is in Switzerland. Aerial view of crop circles in Switzerland. Okay, so we got some possible hoaxers or real ones. Okay, let's see here. Men who con the world. Again, so they're but the thing is, they kind of tell you they're conning the world. Yeah, they are conning the world because there's real tech being used on some of the crop circles.
Were put down.
Yeah, Mazzy Brooks, Jack Parsons, and L. Ron Hubbard opened portals in the 1940s. Oh yeah, have you seen my video on that? I went over the that big time just for show, and also for the other guy that showed me the secrets in plain sight. Just we'll get back into the crop circles quickly. Let's do a quick detour. So if you go to Trump occult or peaked, you can just search up like this. You'll see my notes on it. So a strange coincidence of Trump's birthday. So again, the Aleister Crowley, Jack Parsons stuff, somehow it's connected to Trump's birthday. So you go to Crowley. Aleister Crowley's June 14th, 1946 letter about the Moonchild. So he's talking about the Moonchild, and he writes the letter. It's literally on Trump's birthday, and he's talking to about L. Ron Hubbard and Jack Parsons, who are creating the Moonchild and their weird rituals. And it's literally on June 14th. Right here, June 14th, 1946, Trump's full moon, blood moon birthday. So again, for those who haven't seen it, get on here. Bob Greener's opinion is there are natural crop circles, human, black world tech, fake crop circles. Natural crop circles, I don't know about natural. Some of the next level images are not, are not, not natural. But yeah, there could be something in natural stuff, but nothing that's all these weird shapes. Uncle Murray. He has a Doge astronaut. Let's go. Okay, would partner for a great hymn. Okay, so another part I want to show is for the Secrets in Plain Sight. So if you go to my anti-gravity playlist, so it's like out of all the places, anti-gravity. This is kind of helped my MES duality philosophy. If you ever want to deep dive 22 hours and learn about MES duality and gyroscopes, 22 hours, watch Your Mind is the Scene of the Crime. And go back into part 1. So in part 1, I go to Saturn symbolism and all this hidden science. But if you go to secrets, I think I have it in here. Yeah, so I wrote much of the symbolism I've mentioned come from the Amazing Secrets in Plain Sight video. So I showed right here, it shows the inverted thing, but you also make a giant pyramid as well in the Washington, D.C. So this is a video, I've seen that years ago. And the other part is, yeah, you got the obelisk inside the inside the V there, and the different numbers there, 666, yeah, 6,660 feet from the bottom to the top, or 555 feet, and anyways, scale those up, and you get this IXIX thingy there. IXIX is basically 911, so 9 is IX, and then XI is 11, and it also connects with the, this is Church of the Holy Sculpture and a Dome of the Tablets in Jerusalem, and it also forms that. There's Jerusalem, there's Christianity, there's Judaism, there's got the IXIX there, and you got the cube set up, anyways. And then also if you take the 4-letter tetragrammaton of God in the Bible, or Yahweh, where you take the vowels out. So basically all this it's like this, but then if you stack them up, it becomes a man. That's pretty wild. So you have this, and then you take the body. There's the arms and there's the head. So this one's absolutely wild. So again, check this out for top level stuff there. Post it everywhere. Again, gyroscopes were, and also there's Vatican with the, the snake bite on the Vatican. So that's wild if you've seen my other video on it. Where's the thing here? Yeah, so the Trump stuff is really, really weird. Like, how are people still falling for this nonsense? It's not just like people people you would least suspect falling for it. Even again, yeah, I'd rather just not say it. But anyways, yeah. It's wild stuff. Again, even I posted right here. Morgan Reynolds shared Morgan. So I wrote even Morgan Reynolds is falling for the Trump world peace script of psyop. So is saying it's Trump the peacemaker the world desperately needs. By Morgan Reynolds. This interview makes me incredibly happy. We're likely on the cusp of a peaceful solution to the war in Ukraine. Anyways, this was a few days ago. Again, you can't be 9/11. This is a week ago. You can't be 9/11 truther and a Trump world peacer. Okay, you just can't. You can't. Okay, that's just too much. Okay, before we go further, again, I can sidetrack all day. We have an hour left, 57 minutes. People are under spell of MAGA or witchcraft. Yeah, witchcraft. Well, MAGA is the highest degree in Satanism. So the other part is, so if I want to go to Zelensky and Trump. Okay, so if you guys saw that absolute clown show, it's literally just a giant. I'm gonna go That's Life. I think That's Life post. I don't want to give the That's Life, but not as you know it, or as we know it. I'll play it. I think he posted a video on there, because I don't want to share theirs. Yeah, Trump's actors. Yeah, Trump Zelensky actors gonna act. So they got a camera right in their face, and they're pretending to hate each other. He's doing this hand sign.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor to have President Zelensky of Ukraine, and we've been working very hard, very close. So we've actually known each other for a long time. We've been dealing with each other for a long time, and very well.
So good fighting.
A lot, Mr. President.
I just want to see the fake fighting right here.
Yeah, really, they did. I gave a lot, but they gave much less. No. Needless. Land.
About 300 billion. We can use
Where's the fighting?
on private meeting.
To that. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's
with
back
all
to
respect
you.
to your
Far
answer.
more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once this
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting,
today.
have you said thank
Even
you?
today.
You went to
Why is he asking me to say thank you? Anyways, I can't take it. And look at this guy's hands the whole time. What is he doing? That's my favorite hand sign, guys. Okay, okay, we'll get to the hand sign soon. Okay, next part. Let's go back to the crop circles stuff, mumbo jumbo stuff. Okay, let's see what else we had in here. Weird sign. I've heard it represents representation of yoni. Okay, this is sax. Yeah, it's next level. I think it's possibly like pyramid / other mumbo jumbo. Okay. So okay, yeah. So anyways, That whole thing was an absolute like gong show script. Okay, let's go back to the stuff. I just want to close some stuff so we can focus on it. There's the secrets of the plain sight. It's pretty wild. Okay, let's see if the summary made it. Okay, let's go with the summary. How do I see my own summary? My goodness, there should be a way to see my own summary. Okay, I gotta go with my threads here. I summarized it. Okay, it made it so auto summary. So they made it free now on Leo Threads, so you can go and just summarize any video and automatically post on the Hive blockchain. Secrets in plain sight, uncovering hidden architecture of civilization, and so on, and puts it all in AI stuff right here. Anyways, and they're going over that. Okay, so let's close some stuff. What else do we have here? This is Enter the Stars. Okay, and okay, yeah. So anyway, so Doug Bauer and Dave Shorley. Okay, so again, these are probably Freemasons doing their own conning the world. So again, they're conning the world. That's obvious.
To these two guys.
Yeah, Doug Bauer and Dave Shorley.
So think about this way: the mainstream news pushes this, like, oh, these obvious Freemason guys clowning or like conning the world. That gets front page news. But advanced tech evidence for advanced tech, that is like they don't even talk about it.
Were put down to these two guys.
Yeah, Doug Bauer and Dave Shorley.
Yes,
yeah.
They were roped in, forgive the pun,
Right.
well, I think by used, set up, encouraged. Because I think in those days, John Lumberg and his team weren't producing so many. It was in their early days.
Okay, so John Lumberg, he's responsible and admits to being responsible for some of the very complex formations, and he even has a website which promotes that. Circlemakers.org.
Absolutely,
Okay.
and it's a good website to have a look at because people can really see how these complicated formations are created.
Yeah. So again, so that's John Lumberg, John Lun. Yeah. So here's John Lumberg. So he has his own Wikipedia page. This guy right here. Yeah, he's born 1968. Again, that's when the World Trade Center construction began. So John Lumberg is an English artist and documentary maker. Blah blah blah. Work with ostension. Okay. Anyways, so he's work in how myth and artifice can shape and alter reality, especially regarding crop circles, ufology, and other mumbo jumbos. Anyway, so he's a professional hoaxer. This guy, what other Off Kilter? What other website do he has in here? Okay. I'm gonna close the Trump stuff. Let's try to power through, guys. No more distractions before we have 15 minutes left. Okay. Feature documentary. I think we do have this one here. Okay. Close this. And let's go back here. Anyways, yeah. So this is his other website. Okay. All these weird sites. It's like you can tell he hasn't updated in years. Okay. So John founded the arts collective Circle Makers. So he founded circlemakers.org in the 1990s. This Circle Makers website, and then we'll show some interesting stuff about it.
Because that's a problem people have. They see these wonderful aerial shots, and they think, how can that possibly have been made by people with planks? Well, if you go on the site, he'll show you how they're made.
I mean, that was our initial reaction. When you see these fantastic formations, it's this thing, how can you do this in the dark? In a field, in a few hours of darkness. And in the summertime, you only get a certain amount of darkness.
But in our opinion, the whole Circle Makers website and Lumberg and co. are all part of a disinformation campaign. Yeah. Originally, we feel possibly funded by government.
Yeah.
There was certainly a link on the Circle Makers website, which was a recruiting banner, which took you straight to a government recruitment for MI5. We do believe that the genuine crop circles are extremely important, and that government has known this for a long time, and that is why teams, well, that particular team, the Lumberg team, Team Satan, as it originally was called, I believe were inaugurated in order to throw sand in the eyes of researchers so that they wouldn't be able to see easily which were genuine and which weren't.
So let's just take a close look at John Lundberg.
Okay. out of all the photos, why is he doing this? And then also another part here. So St. David says reminds me when he slapped Vince McMahon. This is when Trump when Trump slapped Vince McMahon. Again, that's WWE and Enochian Black Magic. Okay, let's go. Okay, look at his hands. We're gonna sidetrack right now and go back to the hands. Well, it's not sidetrack. It's just same track, but this post right here. Okay, so I posted this. Yeah, so very interesting how crop circle hoaxer John Lundberg, or Lundberg is connected to MI5 and seen rocking the Freemasonic Illuminati hand sign. Even the MES, the MES and Mischief in his logo, circlemakers.org, Mischief in the Making, looks like MI5. So, and also, and to no one's surprise, John's original hoaxing team was called Team Satan. So you got this right here. You got him connected to MI5 and so on. We'll get to that in a bit. So look at his hands. Out of all the things, why is he doing that with his hands? And if you look at his logo, Mischief in the Making, this S, it looks like a 5 because it's like cut off there. Literally looks like a 5. And anyways, that was just my take on that. And they had the thing, and then also here. So this was later during the daytime. Team Satan flattens a crop circle next to the long barrel. This was the original called Team Satan. And circle maker John Lundberg displaying one of the stompers his team was used to create. Anyways, so it took him 5 hours in broad daylight to make it, but then they would pretend like they did it at night, but it wasn't at night. But anyways, I'm going to go to the Team Satan. And you can literally just search up anywhere. This BLT research, Team Satan. So Diana Camp insert with a whole film crew in field in front of the long barrel. I immediately recognized the members of a hoaxing group called Team Satan, John Lundberg, Ron Dixon, and Will Russell out in the field. And the next photo shows below Team Satan pretending to flatten crop in the field. I say pretend because they are filmed in an already existing crop circle which had appeared on July 13th, 2024. And the arrows in a large photo below show the exact known position of this already existing formation. Notice also the big floodlights. Anyways, so they have these. So apparently this site is saying that even the ones that they're saying that they're doing at night, they weren't actually doing it at night. It was already made. And later during the day, Team Satan flattens the crop circle next to the long barrel. It takes them 5 daylight hours to do that. And they make this one and so on. So again, wild stuff going on. Also, if you go to page sorts right here, you can see crop circles, circle makers, fractals, hoaxing, and then they have MI5 somehow. MI5. Yeah, then they put CIA, MI5. Okay, so they have MI5, Men in Black, Apocalypse 2000, Aliens, UFO. Okay, interesting. And I think they have terrorism as well in here. No, they didn't have terrorism there. So interesting, MI5. I think they updated. Did they update it more? Okay, but anyways, let's go back to this show right here.
Who is the alleged ringleader of the organization creating the complex crop circles throughout the 1990s and up to the present day. After leaving school, Lundberg studied fine art at Middlesex University. Then, in 1992, did a master's in sculpture at the Slade School of Fine Art in central London. At this time, literally next door to his art school was the anonymous headquarters of MI5. It housed the Director General and some of the most top secret and controversial of MI5's active service units.
Okay, so this is wild. So the guy's art school is right next to MI5, like headquarters. Like, what is going on here?
Lundberg's final year at university was spent studying next door to this secret office. It's well known that intelligence agencies often recruit agents in their final year of university. So when did Lundberg actually start making crop circles? On his own website he claims he started in the early 90s, which presumably means after he finished art school in 1992. Wikipedia discusses a crop circle he made in 1993, so it would seem 92 or 93 is the year he started. In other words, shortly after leaving Slate Art College, which was next door to MI5. Considering some of the actual crop circle designs themselves, I personally do not think these circles have been designed by the mind of an artist. This example shows the number pi encoded in degrees of arc around a circle to 9 decimal places. This has been designed by a mathematical mind, not an artistic mind. That is not to say that Lundberg and his team do not implement these patterns, just that it is unlikely they have designed them. Robert Hulse and David Caton allege that advertisements for jobs in MI5 have been placed on the Circle Maker's website. These adverts no longer exist, but there are other references to MI5. After logging onto the site, if one clicks View Source to view the HTML code behind the website, we can view the keywords which the person designing the site has assigned to the site. The second keyword is MI5.
I think he shifted over. Let's go back to the page source. View page source. MI5. Yeah, because they added a bunch here, but the before it was the second one. Okay, interesting. They have a bunch of stuff here. Okay, anyways, let's go play some of this.
Other keywords include British Security Service, spy, intelligence, CIA, espionage, and terrorism. Further references to MI5
Okay, they removed terrorism. I think I saw it yesterday. I don't know where it was anymore.
can be found in the text itself. Here, Lundberg teases Colin Andrews about funding, and I quote, "Well, it looks like veteran crop circle researcher Colin Andrews might be forced to get a real job. He's posted an urgent appeal for funds on his website. If all else fails, Colin could join MI5 PSYOPs department and retrain as a crop circle maker." Now, you might think these references are just too blatant, but I believe there is a degree of double bluffing going on here. Another fact I found peculiar about the website is its hosting arrangement. The Circle Maker's site is hosted in Pittsburgh in the United States. It's fairly unusual for British organizations to host their sites in America. I checked the Whois register, which is the Internet Register of Domain Names, to see if there was any useful information. As expected, Lundberg is listed as the owner. The administrative contact, however, is listed as John Kurzak from Michigan, along with his phone number. I telephoned the number, but that number is no longer assigned to a John Kurzak.
Okay, so this one here, I got a message actually from Telegram. I know from X saying someone saw the documentary, and they said they looked it up. Let's go right here. So yeah, this guy says, "Yo, I'm watching the Crop Circle documentary. You posted at 45:22 mark. There's a discussion of the Crop Circle domain founder. Here's what I found. Scroll down till you find the name John Glenn Kursak. That is address tied to the domain owner. That is his current number. In the documentary, the narrator called the wrong guy. I looked at the building. The address is a U.S. rehab and health center. Now, prior to it, it was a community credit union. I did not know the address of the business at the time of the documentary creation. Interesting. So apparently, this is the number you can call. I told them I'll give them a call. These people next week. Where's the Glenn? Okay, apparently this is the guy, and he has his numbers right here. This guy is the actual. So the guy called the wrong guy. Apparently this is one, John Kursak. He runs rental businesses and so on. So might have to call this guy, see if he has anything to do with it. Because Richard Hall looked up a different guy's name. So he says he couldn't find him, and he found a different guy that has a different spelling.
He has presumably moved on from the Michigan address. I searched for John Kurzak in the American White Pages. Kurzak is quite a rare name, and I found there was only one John Kurzak in the whole of America. Kurzak is a 61-year-old colonel in the United States.
Yeah, but this one doesn't have a C. I think it's spelled wrong. Yeah, Kurzak with a C there. Interesting. What in the world's going on here? Anyways, well, I'll have to do that myself then. Kurzak, and there's no C there.
Still in active service at Randolph Air Base in San Antonio, Texas. I telephoned Kurzak and asked him about the Circle Maker's domain name. He seemed genuinely to have no knowledge of the site. It is my belief that Kurzak himself did not register his own name because the surname listed in the Whois database is spelt incorrectly. It has been spelt with a C. An easy mistake.
Interesting. Okay, wait. Okay, so that's a C afterwards. This name has a C before. So again, who's the real one? Okay, this one's spelled wrong too. So the question is, what in the world's going on here? That's the address tied to the domain number, and that's his current. Okay, so we got people different numbers. I'll tell. The one in the documentary is spelled Kurzak. AKA the C is in a different slot. Alright, so anyways, we got different names going up and up. Anyways, if you guys can find out who this Kursak is. Anyway, so that's that. I think there's some more stuff here, and then I just want to see what else there was. Oh yeah, the other part is that their housing arrangements all messed up as well. So the guy's housing arrangements, it's like being paid for, but they wouldn't say who's being paid for, and it's not even on the same lease. I mean, on the same property.
Does not appear on the land registry database. I purchased a copy of the deeds, and the land it is registered under is not the land on which it was built. There is no record of it ever being bought or sold since it was built. I telephoned the land registry to ask why this was. They said that it must never have been sold since it was built. There are 3 more properties neighbouring Lundbergs that have this exact same anomaly. I telephoned the housing association who were listed as the owner of these properties and asked if they had any apartments to rent in that block. They said they have 4 and said that the tenants in those properties were, quote, a different type of tenant to our normal tenant. I asked what they meant by this, and she said the rent was not paid by the tenants. They were either leased or being paid for by the council. I checked out the identities of the residents of the other 3 properties, and judging by what they do for a living, I would not expect them to be entitled to housing benefit. Therefore, the rents are not being paid for by the council. Could it be I have uncovered 3 more people who are associated with the same organisation? You can find interviews featuring John Lundberg on the internet in which he regularly states the following. Unlike most other artists, our work relies on the fact that the work we create needs to be authorless to function properly. This is the polar opposite to how we usually think about art. We call works by their author. It's a Warhol, a Dali, a Picasso. But for our work to function properly, we need to totally remove ourselves from the equation. Crop circles gain their power from the gap in knowledge about their author. As soon as you claim authorship of a crop circle, you drain it from the very thing that gives it its power, its mystery, and it just becomes a mere specimen, just flattened crop. Now this all sounds very nice, but to me it is an obvious tactic which has been adopted as a means to confuse the public into not knowing which circles are genuine and which ones are man-made. MI5 take great care in ensuring secrecy is maintained when recruiting their personnel. Therefore, it is not possible to obtain any concrete proof of who their agents are. I would argue that the amount of circumstantial evidence I have just presented is very compelling. In carrying out this work, I believe I now have the identities of 7 MI5 agents operating in various professions, predominantly the media, one of whom is a household name. For my own personal safety, this information has been shared with a number of trusted individuals who are holding the information at this time.
Government realised how important these crop circles were, and therefore they needed somebody they could rely on to try and rubbish the phenomenon.
Yeah, that's wild. Or I think another angle is that you control the amount of info coming out, so that just the fringe know the truth of some of the crop circles. Because you don't want Project Bluebeam to, because Project Bluebeam is going to occur in the future, but you want to drip feed it until later. Now it's becoming like mainstream that UFOs all over the place in the mainstream. And the other part is, so he's saying that he feared for his safety, Richard Hall, so that he found out 7 people that were in MI5. One of them was a household in the news media. So that's interesting. So I wonder who it was. Okay, so that's that one. The next part I want to go quickly. Then I'm going to go washroom and then do the last stretch, which is go over Chris Berger's email about apparently he has 20 years of research on crop circles. Anyone seen the Madeline McCann from Richard Hall? Yeah, that's the one I got me into it. That was the gateway drug to Dr. Judy Wood's work. And if you go PG, I go over a lot of the Madeline McCann one, but if you want to go how Madeline McCann connects to Pizzagate, but like in an actual setup there, look at part. YouTube delete all my videos, but you could watch it on BitChute or whatnot. Watch part 30. Part 30 is the big one. I used a lot of Richard Hall's work and combine it with my work and connect it. and connect EFITs as literally just blackmail stuff for Podestas, but they weren't involved in that other one. But it's literally just made photos of them too, and so on. And somehow they're somehow even connected to Johnny English with this this fellow that was part of the Madeline psyop. So anyways, so definitely check that out. Okay, the next part. Okay, so I want to go one more quickly, and then we'll go into. Okay, this is the Richard Hall documentary, crop circles. We went over that. Okay, also the other part here is that this guy's doing the same hand sign. Okay, so you guys all seen the Trump doing the hand sign, Elon Musk doing hand sign. So let's go, for example, Musk. So here's Trump doing the hand sign. Here's Elon Musk doing the hand sign. He does it all the time, much more now than before.
And I think the reality is that well, a few hundred investing.
He does this like the whole time, and then now even so even if you go to Trump, I think Eric. So Laura Trump telling her hubby Eric Trump to ease up on the Freemason gang signs.
Father led quite heavily on. We're seeing the whole Trump clan.
So nudges him.
Pretty much all of them, apart from.
And then puts it down. Okay. Puts it down. So we got Eric, we got Trump, we got Musk, and we also has Jared Kushner doing this as well. Okay. So I cannot believe I can't find this. Like, what's the point of? Okay. I'll click on random here. This is the one. Okay, Reese report. So this one, Reese report, is talking about the.
Can't have on the part of.
There's Jared Kushner, and look at his hands the whole time. Like, what's he doing?
Arabs, and I'm sure you talked to a lot of them who. Right, it was the different ways, but I don't think.
Yeah. Anyways. So that is again the whole Trump family's doing it, and that's what I voted on this one here. I voted for so my vote was Trump pyramid hand sign, but hidden hand apparently hidden hand. A lot of people like that. My brother likes a hidden hand one. And then if you go to the other one, the variation is a Jay-Z one. Jay-Z hand sign. Yeah, Jared Kushner lived in the 66 address. Yeah, definitely. I covered that as well. This is the Jay-Z one. It's the pyramid one, and so on. Okay, so that's that. And I did want to go over the crop circle, Richard Hall crop circle videos. You can go over that. Roy, I think we went over that. Okay, so the other one was. Okay, this is the crossovers ones. I want to show the video of the orb making
really
the.
tell because I'm just holding a flashlight, but I.
Okay, this was here. This was I think Nancy Talbot. Yeah, so she witnessed also giant lights in the sky forming crop circle, or just like crop circle formed a day after. I'm like that night. Yeah, so this was a forming crop circle right here. So she witnessed a giant beam in the sky.
Point.
Yeah, so she witnessed this one. And then I want to go over, and then the other person, this guy said he witnessed a ball of light just form, and then he was passed out and woke up the next day. And then I'll go over to the, where's that formation there? Okay, there's
helicopters showed up.
Helicopters chasing orbs.
And clearly seemed to be chasing the phenomena. It's not so unusual that the military in this area are on the spot when light phenomena are observed or crop circles appear, but the military at present have some sort
I see the orbs right
of
here.
connection with the crop circles. They have often been
so there's an orb right there.
seen to be moving within the formations, directly over them or away from them. They appear to be of soccer ball size and have often been described as having an impressive acceleration.
Okay, let's see right here. Shane Muir says, crop circles, a quest for truth. That's some interesting extra features, interviews, including a CIA MI5 reference. Interesting. I don't watch Premier. Okay, this is. Do you have time to show a few of your goals? Oh yeah, we'll go. Okay, we'll show at the end. But I do want to save the majority for the Chris Bridger's email. It's gonna be pretty epic. I haven't looked at it. It's gonna be live info. But I do want to show. Where's the orb forming it? Okay, where's the orb forming the rare? Much. Okay, this is one. I think this is the one.
In August 1996, when he supposedly, for the first time in history, managed to film the creation of a crop circle.
That the crop circle was not here the previous day but had appeared the following morning was a fact. That John Whaley was here at dawn could be confirmed by a military patrol jogging by at that time. John returned to the local pub later that same day and played this remarkable footage from his camera. Even so, many believe that he had managed to manipulate the film with computer animation during this short time span, something that computer animation experts doubt. To overlay a perfect animation over a handheld, unstable film would need several days of computer work using the equipment of that time. Today, the film is still a great mystery. Although confessions now have been made by people claiming to be responsible for it as a hoax, others believe the hoax theories to be organized debunking, due to the fact that this remarkable footage would have dangerous effect on the public if declared real.
You know, that was epic. Okay, my mic was muted. Okay, St. David says, what are crop circles' purpose? Communication with those that can decipher it. But I also think Project Bluebeam conditioning. So I think Project Bluebeam conditioning is the crop circles mumbo jumbo. Again, the whole idea is saying that's why a lot of the debate is like, oh, is it aliens doing it as opposed to advanced tech, okay, directed energy weapons, like towers turn to dust, etc. All this stuff connects, and again, these orbs fit with the witness testimony saying that they saw lights coming out of the orbs as well, some of them, and so on. Okay, and now I'm gonna go to the email, and I'm gonna go to the washroom quickly, but so we should play something for you guys. So I'm gonna go to email. So he sent me an extensive email. First, he sent me a text message. This is Chris Berger. Again, he sent me a bunch of info. And speaking about orbs, so Chris Berger is the one that sent me the video for the peak 9/11. So I'll play this, and then actually I don't want to get a copy. I'll just put in limited state because crop circles doesn't put limited state, but 9/11 does. I'll show that footage right here. Yeah. So he's the one who brought to my attention of this random weird mystery object flying like at 500 miles plus next to the second quote plane on 9/11. And so Chris Berger sent me this one, and I'll go to the washroom. I'll be back.
So
I want to go to this part right here. Yeah, this part right here. So it's a mystery object. This is in the Roberto Cervantes Liberty State stuff right here. So pause it right here. And also there's at least 3 mystery planes beside that. And then there's also a mystery object. There's a UFO. Rare footage shows a mystery object flying near the second plane, quote plane, which was going 587 miles an hour. There's a mystery object flying. Rare footage. And I'll be in the washroom. We'll be back. It shows a mystery object flying near the second quote plane, which was going 587 miles per hour.
Yeah. Why? Why he did that? Alright, we're good. Did we see that? Yeah, you guys saw that? Yeah, I saw the mystery object flying next to it again. So this mystery object is like, I've been able to, yeah, it's like, the only other thing was like, is it some sort of bird? But it's flying next to it for so long, so it's not just a random bird in front, and it looks like it's behind it. So I definitely think it's UFO and possibly involved with the projection. Again, so if you have little orbs, like literally orbs shining light and making crop circles, that same tech could be using to project this out and going at rapid speed. Advanced and/or archaic tech for silly super rich conceit. Yeah, silly rabbits always up to next. No good. Okay, guys. Now the next part. We have 20 minutes. Also, I think he wanted to show some soccer goals. What was? Okay, here. Okay, Sack says, I don't know, yeah, Matthew says, do you have time to show some of your goals? Okay, so what you could do on Telegram, I made now links, what I did was to make it easier, I did the hashtag soccer. So if you do hashtag soccer, and then you'll see all my goals. Oh, this was yeah. You'll see all my goals. This was from way back. This is an amazing goal right here, and I put this. And then we'll get to the email and then go full on. Okay, so this was this is the 2 goals I scored last week. No, not last week. I scored in December. I think December or whatnot. Yeah, what was this? This was October. Okay, there's 2 goals in October, and also my championship game is tomorrow. So we have a championship game tomorrow. So guys, it's gonna be wild. We're gonna try to bring another trophy. So, anyways, let's play the first goal.
Hey, crash the net! Crash the net!
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this one here. This was didn't show the net there, but here's what a slide pass.
Hit it!
Yeah, there's another one. Okay, and then let's go back here. This one here's the 2015 championship. This is the first championship we had. And then, so in 3 straight years, we went to the final. I scored 2 goals every game. So, and I have a game, now this was like 10 years ago. And now I have a championship game again of 10 years later, and it's tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, so it's going to be absolutely wild. And I'm going to go try to maintain my 2 goals championship. Yeah, anyways, here's the one with Messi commentary, and then we'll continue further. Yeah, but Christoph says best of luck tomorrow. Go get it, yeah, for sure. So I added Messi commentary. This was like 6 minutes left in the game. And we're tied 1-1. And I scored a PK as well, and then now this is the game winner.
Messi. Oh. Messi!
This man is absolutely mainline to pure footballing magic that belongs in a different galaxy altogether than we are living in. Astonishing, jaw-dropping genius from Lionel. He emasculates them individually.
Yeah, it's absolutely wild. Okay, yeah, I put the Messi commentator, and then there's another one. Okay, this is 2017. Okay, this is 2017. Okay, this one I'll get copyright. I'll have to mute it. But anyways, here's the goal. I'm gonna mute it. I got copyright last time because the sound. Anyways, so here it is. And this was I think it was also game winner as well, or maybe might not have been game winner, but actually yeah, I think it was game winner. Okay, where's the pass? Sliding pass in. Here, and then there's like multiple angles. Like where in the world are we getting these cameras from? Okay, let's go right here. Feed him in, and 1 touch, and let's go. Okay, and I think there's a. And then now this is from also from 10 years ago. This is I think a 6-a-side, yeah, 6-a-side or 7-a-side. Yeah, it was a 7 versus 7 tournament. It was like half field size, and a smaller nets. And I got this is a hat trick in the quarterfinal. Yeah, I think I got like 1 million goals there. But anyways, the first shot is like unreal. This one's actually pretty wild. This is one of my better shots. It just like floats, and while everybody's yelling for pass, everyone's yelling to me to pass. Holy. All right, let's go. Okay, let's go back now. We have 22 minutes, guys, because we're doing the setup quickly. I think, did you know chat? Join pages and thank me later. This looks like a scam. What does this one do? Well, I get a join patriots and earn. Join patriots, earn, and thank me later. Anyways, I'm gonna go spam. I'm just gonna delete these. Delete all ban. Okay, I do not want scammers scamming. Okay, so now let's go. We have 22 minutes. This is gonna be live research. I haven't looked at this ever, so we're doing this live. Okay, Magoo 1990 MES scoring goals daytime and showing us truth at nighttime. Let's go. Okay, this one. It didn't even celebrate that screamer. Oh, well, yeah, it was quarterfinal, and when you score a lot of goals, it just becomes like whatever. But yeah, no, definitely, I'll be celebrating if I score tomorrow. I'll be celebrating Well, hopefully if we win, yeah. But I'll be celebrating as we do. Okay, remember the orange census. Anyways, guys, let's go. Now here's the email that Chris Berger sent me. He also sent me a text message. Let's see what he said in the text. He said, "Hi Matt, I just sent you an email on my crop circle research. I met Nancy Talbot with BLT Research and attended her live presentation in 2006. So Nancy Talbot, she is this person right here. So Chris Berger met Nancy Talbot, who witnessed the lights in the sky, like this giant light. So he met her at her presentation in 2006. And I'll close this. Where did it go? Oh, so that was it. Okay. So Chris said, I enjoyed watching your recent show on crop circles you did this week. This was the live stream, I think. MES live stream. A Q&A, how crop circles are formed. Yeah, if you guys have math, technical, science stuff, you can go on that Wednesday streams and ask me, and I'll try to go there and with a default topic on it. And we'll get back. Okay, so that was this video. So you saw this. Long before I woke up to the fact that 9/11 was an inside job, I did a lot of research into crop circles. In 2006, I attended one of Nancy Talbot's live seminars on crop circles and got to see and hold affected plant abnormalities from genuine crop circles at her presentation. Nancy currently lives in the city of Cambridge, which neighbors Boston, Massachusetts, but it looks like she is not that active anymore since I don't see much updates on her website. So her website is the BLT Research. Interesting. I'll see if I can email her. So guys, if you want to, I'll contact her. I'll give her a call Saturday. Yeah, so I have like long distance calling finally, so I'll give her a call next week. So I'll give her a call. BLT Research, Nancy Talbot. Yes, at Cambridge, Massachusetts. So I'll give her a call if she wants to join the live stream. That'd be wild. Nancy currently lives in the city of Cambridge, which neighbors this. Yeah, it looks like she hasn't been active anymore. I wonder if she knows about Dr. Judy Wood's work. Again, that's litmus test to see if she's in it or anything. Okay, Sack says, thanks again. Great work with the show. Excellent goals. Best wishes for the tournament. Yeah, for sure. Turned around like Mario Balotelli and said, "What I score goals, that's what I do." Yeah, Mario Balotelli. I remember that. That was like the original meme. That was the first meme I've seen. Was him. He scored a goal, took his shirt off, flexed, and then it was all over the meme internet. Anyways, let's go further. So he says, "I wonder if she knows about Dr. Judy Wood's work." Yeah, that's like a litmus test to see if we're dealing with a person who has either working brain cells and or not a government agent. And it says, since the plants are still alive after the crop circle effect and are able to grow back, I don't think the nodes were affected by heat, but instead the cellulose fibers in the plant stem went through a cold gelification process, just like the steel in 9/11. Yeah, definitely. I think there's some directed energy weapons going on instead of regular heat. You should definitely watch the following video by Dr. Horace R. Drew, made in 2016, who decodes the symbolism in the crop circle. Again, Dr. Horace Drew, we got to see which ones this guy is. Because again, a lot of decoding, you got to make sure you're not decoding fake ones. Let's see what this guy looks like. Okay, this guy here, Dr. Horace. But again, the decoding, but are they real or not? Decodes the symbolism in the crop circle. This is the best presentation on crop circles in the public record, in my opinion. So we'll have to see what this guy's is. I haven't seen it. An hour and 25 minutes. Exopolitics, Dr. Drew, Caltech 1981. Oh, this is 1981. Why is it 1981? Oh, this presentation occurred on September 3rd, 2016 at the UFO Research NSW Incorporated meeting at Australia. Worked in Caltech. Where's the 1981 stuff? A novel multiplex binary code which was given by telepathy to Ronaldo. Okay. He says this is the best one, he says, on this one. Okay, this is the most replayed is right here.
The scoffing at UFOs, all those dead people would be alive now. People would be alive. We're being warned, okay? And all had listened to this.
Let's see what he said. Okay, let's go.
That they're giving gifts to the U.S. government, but it's all a Trojan horse. That's just to get our defenses down, and this is extremely serious. There's nothing could be more serious than this.
Okay.
Let's just.
Yeah, because I think Chris Berger believes in aliens and all this stuff. So let's see what this is.
Just going. At the time this appeared, a few months later, we had the Trojan horse. It's not hard to figure out, okay? Let me in, the Trojan horse.
Okay, anyways, talking about ISIS and then the crop circles, to cover up crop circles, they're talking about ISIS. But anyways,
we
ISIS
knew at the time
is
this was
the usual.
Most likely the Trojan horse. Everybody knew, all the crop circle people knew. They're telling us ET's arranging this to somehow cause trouble on Earth, the Trojan horse. Our but the debunkers said, oh, it's all rope and boards. I'll show you the idiots.
Yeah, Map says, yo, you still alive? Thank God. You're saving my Saturday night. Let's go. Okay, for sure. This is afternoon. I'm live for another 15-ish minutes.
So this serious warning in Latin was completely ignored, probably by a time traveler. And let's just review the consequences of that. If our leaders had listened to this subtle warning, timeo et ferentes, they would have never let millions of Syrian refugees into Europe. It wouldn't have happened. Because it's whatever it is, it's just...
Okay, anyways, talking about ISIS. Okay, this is my BS meter is increasing. So anyways, so Chris, what was the super good part about this? I want to see crop circle stuff. I don't want to see the Egyptian goddess Isis. I'm gonna go to summarize and then read it. Summarize. Okay, and again, Isis goddess wiki. So again, when ISIS is attacking everybody, it's like, what kind of major occult stuff are they dealing with? So ISIS was a major goddess in ancient Egyptian religion whose worship spread throughout the Greco-Roman world. ISIS first mentioned in the Olden Kingdom. Anyway, so why is ISIS attacking everybody? Why is ISIS now a terrorist group? A US-funded terrorist group. Was a mystery object projecting an airplane? I think something like that. It's like having your brain dropped in a blender. Interesting. Which one are we talking about? Is that the... Okay, Sax says, gotta go. Thanks. Yeah, keep scoring. Keep scoring, young man. Take care. Yeah, for sure. Thank you. And I will do my best. I will. Gotta keep up the 2 goals streak, which is absolutely unreal. Again, that was 10 years ago. 2 goals, and for 3 straight years, every final. We won the first, lost second, won the third, but now we're in the 4th one. 10 years later, so it'll be pretty wild. Okay. Anyways, so ISIS is attacking everybody. This guy, okay, let's see what else he's talking about. Oh yeah, he was decoding some of this stuff, okay, but then some of these alien faces and stuff. Yeah, so this is binary code. I have seen stuff like this, but again, are they already put in there for you to decode, as opposed to, like this one here was, so the Richard Hall documentary says this one is fake. Where's the fake one? Okay, these are the, okay, these guys are going full on, okay. Where was that one I just saw? I saw one that they said it was fake. Okay, I gotta see, I think I saw it earlier. It's where like screenshots, okay, the cube ones might be, yeah, these cube ones, I think that I already go to the cube, 1 second. 1 second. I do want to see the okay, there's a lot of, okay, where is the stuff? Sorry guys, I'm just my AD. Okay, this one here. Okay, this is a weird cube one. Yeah, so this one could be a fake one if it looks too much like too forced. But again, you have to actually look at how they are. And the other part is from the documentary, the crop circles one. Let's go to Hidden Truth. Hidden Truth. YouTube, crop circles, Hidden Truth. So,
for my own
I will not terrorize you with calls. Okay. Can I add you on Skype? Yeah, you could add me on Skype if you want to send me stuff. But again, I get like messages everywhere. Aren't they called Daesh in the Middle East? Interesting. Possibly. Probably. But again, ISIS to Western world. So the other part is I want to go here. Percentage. Less than, okay, I gotta find that. Okay, this one here, less than 5% are genuine crop circles.
Down on your hands and knees, shall we say. How many do you find are man-made and how many are in the unexplained category then?
Well, currently, in the last year or two, I would think
I haven't found
less than 5%, I would think, are
5%.
Genuine, in our opinion, which I know is...
Much less.
Much less than 5%.
In fact...
Yeah, not news that people will want to hear. But
in my opinion, I've not personally seen a genuine one since May 2005, which was an oilseed rape formation at Golden Ball Hill in May 2005. Fortunately, our friend Bill Betts took some wonderful photographs of.
Yeah, so he's saying he didn't see a real one until since May 2005. That's 5 years before this documentary, and also he says much less than 5%. So again, that's very different than the mainstream debunker. You know, mainstream or the mainstream alt media saying that there's all these crop circles everywhere and all that, which are possibly fake. And so I want to go here. I want to show the the fake ones. Where's the ones listed as fake, and then we'll see which ones the guy says is real. Because again, I trust Richard Hall and his stuff. Okay, so these are the okay, this was this. I just want to get to the fake. Okay, what is it? Okay, there's a man-made one. Okay, man-made. Let's see the shapes. Keep an eye on these. I'm gonna look at the other one. Okay, this is the one. There's a cube one I could have sworn I saw in the other guy's thingy. These are the man-made. Okay, this one I saw man-made. Okay. Yeah, these are the real ones. Okay, this one. Okay, let's just go back to this one. Okay, and let's see what this guy's. Let's see this guy. Okay, this one here. Let's see. Okay, they said it was man-made, but let's see what these guys say about this. And they say he literally says they decode it.
They grew in crops, and these are in physics. These are called the particles. These are called change it in some way. Looking at you from this little square, you know. This is a typical puzzle, crop circle puzzle. And here's another one. This is what was drawn in crops, and then you rearrange it, you get that, which is the time tunnel, which they grew in crops. And these are, in physics, these are called the particles we can see, and the shadow particles. So maybe there's a big universe out there we don't know about. We're like the primitive people. We don't know about all these other parallel universes.
All right. Anyway, this again. So my suspicions have been confirmed. So he's showcasing a crop circle that these guys say is fake, and and they also say that big alt media go and post it and decode it for the public and make money off it. So let's go back to this one here. Let's go to that was this one here. This one here. So this is man-made crop circle. This one here. This one looks like there's a bunch of doors, and the guy's talking about all these random particles and all this mumbo jumbo. Yeah. So he's talking about particles, supersymmetric shadow, but it's just a freaking thingy going in there, and this reminds me of.
So.
And this interesting symbology right here. It looks like the checkered floor one. It reminds me of the Donald Duck right here. Donald Duck. Math Magic Land. Okay, so we'll skip down. Okay, so if you go to Donald Duck Math Magic Land, we'll go to the 4K upscale. It's a 4K upscale. So if you go to that same shadow, it's literally I'm the same walking into that. This is a pretty epic one. They go over a lot of sacred mathematics, and like this again, Walt Disney was a 33-degree Freemason. And Disney is a bunch of mumbo jumbo. And then here's walking through doors. Oh, the mind. I think this is at the end. Yeah, this one right here. Okay. It reminds me of this one here. And let's play.
Have to hold your
also, notice the inverted and in regular pentagram.
Imagination.
And then.
Can conceive infinity. Mathematical thinking has opened the doors to the exciting adventures of science.
Anyways, so that just reminds me of that the crop circle right here. Where is it? Yeah, it reminds me of this right here, infinite doors and so on. And what's also interesting is if you go to this Donald Duck one, if you go to so apparently Pythagoras, the Pythagorean theorem, where I'll show you the Pythagorean theorem. So apparently that was like one of the original secret societies. And you go to Pythagoras. I'm gonna start closing some stuff. Okay, so we have 7 minutes ish. I'm gonna close ISIS. Go right here. Summarize. Okay, summarize this one here. This one's I highly recommend watching this one, especially for the billiard part. Aren't they called Daesh? Yeah, I'm not sure about the something like that. I'll ask her right now. Grok. I'm gonna close some. This one close. BLT close. This one close. This one close. Okay, keep that opened and go to x.com. Okay, and then I'm gonna go Grok. Aren't ISIS called Daesh in the Middle East? Let's see what this is. Yes, you're correct. In the Middle East, Islamic State, ISIS, the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, is often referred to as Daesh. The term Daesh is an acronym for the Arabic name for the group, Al-Dawal al-Islam. Anyways, but again, the American one, the Western one, ISIS, and that's the big one. Disney's Masonic Front for Child Trafficking. Yeah, definitely. Also for advanced mathematics and just like advanced knowledge that they, or like hidden knowledge that they kind of hide in there. And again, it's pretty much all that witchcraft stuff. It's pretty much what they do. A bunch of occult mumbo jumbo. But if we go to Pythagoras right here, listen to what they talk about Pythagoras right here. Okay, I'm gonna go to let's go to transcript, and then look at the secret. Okay, secret. Okay, so this is the Pythagoreans. This is like one of the original secret societies.
By God, you do find mathematics in the darndest places.
You can imagine how excited Pythagoras was when he shared his findings with his pals, a fraternity of eggheads, known as the Pythagoreans. They used to meet in secret to discuss their mathematical discoveries. Only members were allowed to attend. They had a secret emblem, the pentagram. Let's see what the topic is for today.
Alright, so the Pythagorean, the guy who did the Pythagoras theorem, literally they meet in secret and they have a pentagram to handshake. And also the pentagram's upside down, like it's like this, it's pointing up. So when your hand is down, it's an inverted pentagram. So you have an inverted pentagram as your handshake. Secret, and again, it's like literally Freemasonic, Freemasonry back in the day. And this is, again, for those who know Pythagoras. And apparently they would swear to secrecy, like they also swore like death oaths, like, or if they gave away the secret to the Pythagorean theorem. So again, Pythagorean theorem. If you have a right angle triangle, if you have one of the sides of 90 degrees, if you have 90 degrees, something like that. So you can think of it as the area of this square, a squared plus b squared area is equal to c squared. That's one way to look at it. So basically, a squared plus b squared plus c squared. And I think something like death or oath, secret. Okay, my goodness, where is the Pythagoras? Okay, philosopher Pythagoras. Pythagoras of some most secret. Pythagoras himself dwelled in a secret cave where he studied in private and occasionally held discourses. And let's go. What else? Pythagorean. Man, it doesn't even say anything like anything interesting. Wikipedia just like removes all interesting stuff. Pythagoreans, secret society, death. Let's just see what this is. No, Pythagorean theorems. Theorem, death, oath. I think they would swear to death or whatever. Pythagoreanism. The cult of they're sworn oath on to the Holy Triangle, which had 10 points across 4 rows. Let's see. This is holy. We got some epic stuff going on here. Pythagorean Brotherhood. Let's see here. Oath, death. Okay. So, anyways, cult of Pythagoras. Where's the oath? Sworn oath to the Holy Triangle, which had 10 points across 10 rows. The name was the name for this was the Tetrachus, and they had a prayer for worshiping the number 10. So again, it's all this Freemasonic self-worship of becoming God through knowledge and jumbo. So today's live stream was either contemplating between crop circles or doing a Freemasonry deep dive. So this is a Tetras. Okay, it's got some interesting setup here. The mystic, the Pythagorean Tetra here, and we got the looks like the biblical name of Yahweh, the WYHWH, the Tetragrammaton. All right, so that's that. Okay, and again a bunch of deep occult mumbo jumbles. Okay. Let's see what else is death. I think there's a okay. Anyways, so I may have got the missed it, but I was pretty sure. I'll ask Grok right now. Let's go to new one. So we have 1 minute left before having rapid fire. Did the Pythagorean secret society swear death oath
to keep Pythagoras theorem secret. Oh, whoops. Okay, I had the sound on. That was my timeline. Okay, or other Pythagorean theorem or similar secrets. Okay, let's see this. There's no solid evidence that Pythagorean theorem swore death oaths specifically to protect the Pythagorean theorem or similar Pythagorean mystical and philosophical group in there. Known for their esoteric practices blending mathematics, philosophy, and religious mysticism, they believe that numbers help cosmic significance. Okay, suppose we reveal the secret irrational number of like 2, which clash with Pythagorean belief and are perfectly rational. Theorem wasn't their biggest secret; it was already known to other cultures. Interesting. The Pythagoreans' really guarded treasures were their philosophical and metaphysical insights, like the tetracted as a sacred triangular number pattern. Okay, I'll say this right here. Give me a photo of their tetra hatches. Okay, what is your plans after you finish this live stream? Well, I have to call the UFO TV guy, and then I just because I'm gonna eat soon. I'm just gonna like edit quickly the video, make it compress the video, and yeah, then just go eat and do whatever. Okay, and this this is okay. That's next level. This is makes an image of okay. Grok as Wilding. Okay, let's continue further in the email. So the email. So we looked at my quick dig into this. Seems like the guy making this Dr. Horace R. Drew is probably disappointed. You can ask him by 9/11. I'm pretty sure he will not give you a proper answer. Okay, I'm convinced that these crop circles are made by intelligent extraterrestrials. Oh yeah, and also Mazzy Brooks says, how ironic. Elon Musk is obsessed with with X. Yeah, X is number 10. Again, it's a lot of this is that. And what's the new Grok logo? It's just it's just a Saturn symbol. So I'm convinced that these crop circles are made by intelligent extraterrestrials that desire, that desire communication with mankind. During the crop circle formation, the UFO craft lays down a very advanced 3D microwave matrix field that can affect the desired plant stems nodes on 1 million plants simultaneously. Also check out the Oregon Desert Mystery Sri Yantra made in the desert September of 1990. That was also made by ETs. I wouldn't be surprised if the military industrial complex stole the technology from the ETs again. It's like a lot of speculation on speculation. And use this same technology on 9/11. I'm currently a member of New England UFO Research Organization in NUFR, and in the past I attended dozens of their live meetings at the Framingham Library here in MA prior to COVID, so I got to network with the smartest ufologists here in Massachusetts. They still held Zoom meetings, and I attend them a few times a year. Greg Bergholm, the director of NUFR, did research a crop circle formed in Palmer, Massachusetts. The crop circle formed on around August 11, 2001. Because this is interesting. The August 11th one. That was just before 9/11. And he says, I did a presentation of Andrew Johnson's 9/11 crop circle work at the Watertown Library to the NUFR group about 5 years ago. And also check out David Soretta's presentation where he shows at minute 34 how the blueprints of UFOs are contained within a crop circle symbolism. Interesting. This is the
Idaho National Guard has a huge mystery on its hands, and that is our top story today. During routine photo reconnaissance missions over Oregon, RF-4 jets spotted and took photographs of a huge carving in the desert over 1,000 feet across.
Holy, 1,000 feet across.
Mysterious design has appeared, scratched in the dirt of a dry and isolated Oregon lake bed. From the air, a stunning sight revealed. Fully 1/4 mile across, it's a complex design of nested triangles and swirls and exactly parallel lines. Its symmetry is perfect.
Adding to the mystery, the design, known as a Sri Yantra, is a traditional East Indian symbol.
It's a symbol that aids in meditation.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, I don't know too much here, but yeah, this is pretty wild stuff, guys.
Blogs.
Okay, no, this is cool stuff. I'm gonna subscribe. Again, the 1,000 miles is pretty big, but again, with GPS you can do it, but then nonetheless, the perfection of it is very hard to. Yeah, that's pretty well. These big giant ones. So something's going on. I'll just subscribe to it. Anyways, so that's pretty cool stuff. NUFR. So this is NUFR. A UFO site. Okay, it's not that. And you can report your sighting there.
A local UFO research group looks into the unexplained. Chris Bergeron. This is okay. And what was this one here about? What was this? Metro News. What was this one here? Okay. Okay. They did. Greg Burhorn, director, did research. Crop circle formed in Palmer, Massachusetts. Crop circle formed on 8/11. Okay, that's an interesting one. September 11th, 2001. August. Okay, when was this made? Okay, this is some other stuff. September. Anyways, Project Bluebeam. Okay, this is Project Blue Book, which research unexplained sightings. So Project Blue Book is what it's called, not the Bluebeam Blue Book. All right, anyways, I'm just
in this short presentation, we're going to look at a comparison between crop circle evidence and evidence on 9/11. Why?
Oh yeah, so this was gave my thumbs up. So I actually did see this, but it's been so long.
Colin then left me and returned to the group at the top of technology, which is similar to.
Okay, that was epic stuff. Okay, so definitely watch this, guys. Andrew Johnson and Richard Hall are the go-to. Okay, and let's see some other. I'm gonna check this comment. Shane Muir, I've developed my own number system that goes to 12 in single digits. My 11 equals 13 in the base 10 system. So 3 missing numbers. The pentagram is my symbol for 10. Okay, interesting. So Shane Muir's got his own number system. Okay, I'm just gonna. So again, like I was saying, I can't do 4 hours anymore. It just takes too long. I'm going to end the stream soon. David Soretta, differentials, crop circles, and anti-gravity. Okay, and then David Soretta. I think this is mentioned that other guy's spiral stuff. And also, one thing to do is check the crop circles they show, and then compare it with the that documentary of Richard Hall, of the ones that they say are fake. And also, I think it's rodent coils. Interesting. Okay, so he's got rodent coils too. So again, it looks like it's all over the place. Anyways, I'll have a look at this. What I'll do is, I'm just going to use this on everything in Leo. Okay, let's see the summarize of the Magic Mathland. Okay, and this summarized it. Mathematics of adventure through numbers. Anyways, the reason I do all these summaries is because it feeds into the AI that's going to be built on the Hive blockchain. And basically, the data is going to be public and easy to describe for anybody. Okay. Okay, and next level setup here. Okay, I'm gonna close it, guys. Anyways, the stream is pretty much okay. Yeah, pretty much done. And so yeah, Chris sent me a bunch of his stuff and interesting stuff. So I'll call Nancy next week, early next week or so, and then see if she can get her on the stream. Anyways, guys, that is pretty much it for today. And I'm just gonna close some stuff. You guys, yeah. So I'll cap stuff off at 3 hours. And anyways, yeah, and that's all for today, guys. I'm gonna save this, and everything is in there. Alright, guys, that is all. Thanks for joining, and have a great day or weekend. And yeah, I'm gonna have to call the UFO TV guy now because he's busy all week until now, literally. Okay, great show. Thanks for reading emotion. Thanks. Have a great weekend, guys. And yeah, and hopefully bring back a trophy for next game. Maybe get some footage, get some goals. All right, guys. Have a good one. Well, miss. Hey, I don't know your name, but you about us. Yeah, my name's Matthew. So yeah, so Matthew's Solutions. It's all the same. Anyways, guys, have a good one. Timmy Sullivan. Yeah, if you can send me some more Malcolm Nance stuff, making a video. Chris Berger sent me a message right now. He says Dr. Horace does call out the fake crop circle makers in the presentation. You really have to watch the full presentation first, then show the highlights. Make sure you show the David Soretta UFO design in a crop circle. Yeah, I'll have to go through them all because again, I have it was on short notice. I had to go through all this. I was supposed to do a different live stream. Yeah, so I'll watch all the videos you sent, and then I'll make up a better review of them. But anyways, I'll just say it. Thanks for the info. Okay, I'll just say we'll watch them all. We'll watch them all later. Okay, anyways, guys, I'm gonna call UFO TV guy and then go eat. Alright, guys, that's all for today, and have a good one, guys. I'm ending the stream in 3, 2, 1, and end stream.